死んだは初めて俺に伝えている。
絶望の匂いだ。
面白いこと見せようか。ほら、こんなにガチンが多すぎて。
お父さん。
あかん。
ドナルド君、まだ死ぬ時じゃないでしょ。
アメリカ、万歳、ファイト。
絶対負けないよ。
ランド、トゥライドだね。
出ろ。だってまだサンキュー言ってないでしょ。一回も言ってください。
おい、仲良くしてるね。この世界、季節にいけるかな。昔グレートだった。大きにまたグレートになるかな。あのさ、有名人なら誰かのマンコを掴んでいいさ。そう。やらせるで。
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Wednesday night. We are about 1 hour away from President Trump addressing the nation. A lot of speculation as to what he's going to talk about, but no one knows for sure. But it will be interesting to see what happens. I have a few ideas. I wonder if you have a few ideas. There's been a lot going on. So we'll see. CobraCast Friday canceled because of the Bama game. Probably. At least I might end up doing a very late CobraCast Friday because the Bama game is happening. But I'll do one before Friday Night Tights, so don't worry. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, okay? But anyway, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to go over. A lot is happening. We could talk about Candace Owens and that whole deal. Dan Bongino announces he is stepping down as deputy director of the FBI. That is a huge story. I think you're going to get crazy scenarios on every side of the equation as to why Dan Bongino stepped down. You're going to have people call him, a coward, a traitor. You're going to have people say he's a brave patriot for what he did. There's a lot of everybody's like, oh, his show is going to be so huge when he returns, and it will. But I don't know how much Dan Bongino is actually going to say on his show. And timing is very, very, very strange for sure. But yeah, we'll talk about all of that. And Bongino looked uncomfortable from the beginning. Yeah, he really has never looked comfortable in the role of deputy director. He's really never looked comfortable. And so, yeah, I mean, I never was a big Dan Bongino viewer or anything like that. Never really watched his show, but the clips that I saw of Dan Bongino on his show, the version of him that we got as deputy director, I don't even recognize that person. I don't even recognize him. It doesn't sound like the same person at all. So, yeah. But, a lot of speculation right now is about what tonight's address the nation will be in reference to President Trump. And, I mean, earlier today, we had Tucker Carlson say that he had information about what it will be right here. So here's what Tucker Carlson says that he has heard tonight's address will be.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know when this program airs, the one that we're on right now. This thing's maybe live.
We're live now, and then
okay.
It'll be posted immediately. So now,
my sense is, I don't know the answer. I've certainly been on the phone a lot about it. I have no power. I'm a podcaster, but I'm very interested. And so here's what I know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming, and it'll be announced in the address to the nation tonight at 9:00 by the president. Who knows, by the way, if that will actually happen? I don't know. And I never want to overstate what I know, which is pretty limited in general.
Is Trump going to start a war?
By him even saying that, he's already putting it out there. It's literally what he's doing. He's putting it out there right then and there. Which I don't think is again, are you okay with, if he's wrong, how is he going to handle it if he's wrong? And I honestly have no idea. There's going to be a ton of back and forth through all of this. Scott Jennings actually said that he does not think that we're going to have that announcement right here. Here we go.
Scott Jennings, I know you spent most of the day at the White House. I think my big question is, would the president be doing this if his polls were good? Because they're not great.
Well, I mean, what would the Democrats be doing if their polls weren't great, which they aren't? 18% approval rating for the Democratic Party in the Quinnipiac poll. Trump's a smidge higher than that. But yes, I did spend the day at the White House, did my radio show over there. What do I expect out of the president tonight? I think 15 to 20 minutes laying out what he inherited when he got here. I don't expect new,
so like blaming Biden,
major new policy proposals. I also don't expect war with Venezuela tonight. I know some people are kicking that around, but I think he's going to lay out the stark differences of opinion about how to run the country between what they inherited and what they want to do. It's the beginning of going into the election and making a case about why what he's doing is going to put us on the right track. So I don't expect massive new ground to be broken, but I do expect a pretty sharp argument from the president, us versus them, and why what the Republicans are doing is better.
So again, there's really no consensus. Alex Jones had Nick Fuentes on, and this was their Nick Fuentes' take.
We have this address tonight. I think, like you said, it's at 8:00 Central, and I don't know exactly what he's going to say. Like you said, they've been pretty tight-lipped about it. I saw on Judge Napolitano, Tucker was just a guest on that show this morning, and he said he was told by a member of Congress it's going to be a declaration of war. And at the minimum, that's going to be a part of the address. And we're going to war with Venezuela. And, that would track because, of course, this has been escalating over the past few weeks. Most recent development is that Trump has effectively declared a blockade of Venezuela, or at least an oil blockade. He said over the weekend that the United States will interdict all oil shipments that are leaving Venezuela. And most of those are going to China. About 80% of Venezuela's crude is going to China. And this follows up from the seizure of the oil tanker last week. So he seized an oil tanker. Presumably, we're going to take the oil. This weekend, he said that actually all of the oil exports will be shut down, and that effectively destroys Venezuela's economy. And as we talked about with Iran, other conflicts, this is that maximum pressure strategy, and this is just the latest escalation. So it would be fitting if tonight there was some declaration of ground strikes, let's say. This is something they've been talking about for a long time. They've assembled this armada, this giant naval force. It's a carrier strike group. I think it's 10 warships in total, 10,000 troops, F-35 squadrons. They have been stationing in Trinidad and Tobago and Puerto Rico off the coast. And they've been threatening for a long time that all of these naval strikes, I think there's been about 25 maritime strikes against these little drug boats, killed nearly 100 people. They've been saying for a long time that eventually that will progress into targeted airstrikes on the ground at military facilities, airports, where there's drug trafficking happening, and they're actually going to bomb Venezuela's territory. Maduro's been preparing for that. They've been shutting down highways. They have been getting ready. So it seems that would be logical that Trump would announce there would be some major action tonight. That being said,
this is the part that I think is funny because this is the unpredictability of Trump. Trump seriously could just be like, hey, I'm great. We've accomplished great things and we need to celebrate me. It's so awesome that we have no idea what Trump is actually going to say.
You sort of alluded to this earlier. You said it could just be an hour of Trump bragging about his accomplishments. And I think it's totally possible that it could also just be a load of crap. Because how many fake outs have there been this year where Trump says, I have an Oval Office address. I'm addressing the public from the White House at noon tomorrow. And he gets up and it's like, we have the greatest economy. The stock market is back. Inflation isn't real. Affordability is not real. So I'm sort of 50-50. 50% chance it could be a load of crap and it's just a lot of self-aggrandizement. 50% chance it could be a declaration of war on Venezuela.
I'm challenging.
So no one really knows. No one really knows up to this point. One thing I will address really quick, and I hate to, I don't want to be negative or anything like that, but this is going to have to be something we're going to have to get ahead of. Someone leaked tonight's script for CobraCast. We cannot leak the script for CobraCast. Can you guys never do that again? This person right here said, I'll save you 2 hours. Candace bad. Here's something funny Trump said. Anti-Israel crowd, and then reading super chats. How am I supposed to grift when you're leaking the script? Also, I read super chats before going into funny thing Trump said. So let's not leak the script anymore, okay? I'm trying to grift here. Let's no more leaking the script for CobraCast. All right? I'm trying to run a business here, okay? Seriously, what the fuck? There's a script since when? Exactly. That's the grift I'm running. Jared the American says, had to lay my grandfather to rest today. It was a tough one. I am sorry to hear that, brother. Prayers up for you and your family. I saw a few other people, saying that they've been through that too. So prayers up for you, brother. Prayers up. Olympia Products says, thanks for streaming. I didn't want to watch your Mossad colleague Ben Shapiro or Timcast. Hail the 199, Mod Lives Matter, and Mary Jessica. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. Phil says, new script tax. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta have a new script around here now. Guys have figured out the grift. You guys have figured it out. John freaking Murdoch. Oh, wow. Since the script leaked, I guess I can dip. No, John, I need you here. I need you here to send super chats. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you leak the script, people like John freaking Murdoch will leave. Come on, guys. Help a brother out, okay? If you are tuning in just now, though, we are about 45 minutes away from President Trump's address the nation. So that's happening at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. So I will cover that when it goes live. We will be here. Daniel Moore Business says, remember when Tucker said Tucker was molested by demons? I do remember when he said that. Alan Tenexi says, OG199er tax. Hail to everyone in the chat. Let's go. Let's see. Daniel Moore says, Daniel Moore 199. Little Jim's Halo says, Crockett already running ads for Senate in Texas. Fanny Pack got humiliated in court, causing her to pull the race card, and Target Grandma got a payday. I saw that. There's actually been a ton of stuff. Hang on just a minute. Damn it. We lost another one. See? Sean Kelly has left. Sean Kelly has left because you guys leaked the script. You guys are basically doing to me what Eric Bischoff did to Monday Night Raw back in the day, when Eric Bischoff on Monday Nitro would leak the script of Raw. Okay? Don't do that anymore. You guys are costing me viewers, costing me super chats. The fuck, man? Golden Nuggets says, Candace told me in a dream that Jeremy Starrite. Can you spell? Ministry of Wrong Things says, I don't think the announcement is Trump's formally declaring war with Venezuela. That's too important to preemptively tease a full day before, in my opinion. Well, it's not like and I generally agree with what you're saying there, especially with Trump's tactics, but Trump has been teasing this for a while now. And a lot of that is the posturing of Trump. And so the preemptive kind of announcement, the leaking of it, absolutely falls in line with this, I think. I think that is a strategic move from Trump. So we'll see. I really don't know. Miniature Phone Thing says, I know CoffeeZilla has TDS, but his recent video on predicting betting market apps is very alarming. CNN and NBC just partnered with Kalshi. That's legacy media's last play to stay relevant and lie better. Yeah, and I mean, you know, I actually find CoffeeZilla's content to be generally very good, but it's obvious he has TDS. He tries to hide it, but the dude has TDS big time. But he does make very good content, and he's very, very in-depth with his research a lot of times. JDT199 says, Candace on Piers saying Bridget Macron pees standing up was hilarious, but wrong. We all know he sits down when he pees. So there is, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but there is like Candace Owens was on Piers Morgan, and it was pretty, I haven't seen all of it. I haven't had time to watch all of it. But let's first of all backtrack for a minute, because yesterday, Candace Owens had a private meeting with Erica Kirk. A private meeting with Erica Kirk. And let me just say that Candace Owens' own audience was not happy with her for having this private meeting. Now, if you go over to Candace Owens' YouTube channel right here, you see her video has 59,000 dislikes. 59,000. All right. People are not happy at all. Why is it not playing? My computer seems like it's going to freeze up here just a minute, but look at that. Like everything's freezing up on me at the moment. Nothing's working right now. But you see the backlash from her own audience, okay? 59,000 downvotes. Did not go very well for Candace. And if you look at the comments section, her entire audience, the audience that she has cultivated by basically saying, Israel bad, Israel responsible for every problem in the entire world. And of course, they all eat it up because that's how they operate. But it didn't go over well because that crowd really, really, really wanted to hear more details. But if you actually listen to Candace in this, she sounds completely different from the Candace that we have heard from over the last several months. She sounds completely different. And her comment section is pissed, okay? I mean, her comment section is mad as hell at her. And again, I don't know what you expect. This is exactly what you were going to get. Now, I'm going to roll the dice here, okay? Because I think it's funny, all right? I'm going to roll the dice if I can find it. Let's see here. Because there's one clip that I think really puts it into perspective. It's fantastic. And we'll get to that clip here in just a minute. But going back to this, Candace had a 4.5 hour secret meeting with Erica Kirk. That doesn't scream transparency, does it? No, that doesn't scream transparency at all. This is a person that's calling for transparency. And a lot of the people in her audience are saying, do you know what happens in secret meetings? That's when deals are made. And you took a deal because you're acting completely different. We've got a lot of like weird reactions across the board right now. You've got Megyn Kelly, who's getting involved in this, and she's getting very, very emotional over the whole story. I know, shocker, an emotional woman. So listen to what Megyn Kelly had to say just a little bit earlier. She essentially cusses everybody out. She's very, very mad that people are questioning her and her involvement in this story, which I think is perfect. It is right here. Listen to Megyn Kelly. All right.
To the hateful people whom I used to call friends, who have been all over the internet trying to shame me and say that no one should ever listen to this program again because I haven't spoken out on the Erica Candace conflict. There's no, I don't have any pearls of wisdom other than go fuck yourselves.
Let's go.
Go fuck yourselves. You have no fucking clue what's going on. You don't know what I do.
Attack the audience. Mainstream Megyn Kelly has returned, everyone. You can take the girl out of the mainstream, but you can't take the mainstream out of the girl.
Behind the scenes. And your world is so myopically online, you fail to understand there are real humans involved here. And actually being able to touch grass and have relationships with them, which is something I'm doing, could prove to actually benefit all involved. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't at all. But it's at least got a shot. I'm not sure your Twitter shame game has gotten anything of value done.
So the best response, and again, I want to be clear. I'm just going to let Mr. Fuentes say what he wants because I can't repeat the words that he is saying in this clip, but we're going to roll the dice anyway. We're going to roll the dice. Nick Fuentes wonders what happened to the big, bad, cocky Candace Owens. I can't repeat what he says, at least not here on YouTube. However, I've been known to say these words in traffic and at the grocery store and playing video games online.
So what happened to the big bad Candace Owens? I think that's what everybody's wondering. What happened to that cockiness? What happened to the swaggering Candace Owens? For 3 months, this negress, this uppity black woman, has been going on her YouTube and bobbing her head. I'm going to name names. That doesn't work for me. What you mean? What you mean? That ain't work with my timeline. What you mean? I got the names. You don't want to fuck with me, nigga. That we've been hearing that for 3 months. We have been hearing this uppity ignoramus for 3 months, bobbing her head, cocky. Hey, yo, I got names. Don't you try. Don't play with me. Where'd she go? Where'd that Candace go? Where is she? What happened? Did they replace her with a body double? Is it AI? Check her earlobes. Check her earlobes. Did they replace her? Because we got a very different Candace Owens. Today, we got a Candace Owens who is sort of nervous, saying, hi, guys, Shabbat Shalom. Everyone's saying I sold out. What do you mean? That's not true. Those are bots saying that. I still believe there's a conspiracy. What happened? What happened to that same energy? She went into the meeting with this energy, giddy, grinning, smiling. Erica Kirk, she's talking about me. I know she's talking about me. I'm going to set her straight. I'm going to ask my questions. Tell me where I lied, she said. Then she goes in the meeting, whole different attitude. Changed her tune. She comes out of the meeting, whole different attitude.
1000% different attitude. And just so you get the full perspective here, this is the opening of her first show after her meeting with Erica Kirk. All right? This is the opening right here.
Okay, you guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy. The amount of people who attacked me for sending out a tweet being like, hey, I'm good, I'm alive. We had a very productive conversation. And they were like, she got the call. She got the call. She's betrayed us. She's doing something else. I can't believe it. This is all.
That's your audience. That's your audience. The audience you wanted is now accusing you of getting the call. Welcome to the meeting, Candace Owens.
All just been a show. Calm down, okay? What do you think happened? Well, Erica said stop, and then I was frozen for 4 hours
Yes.
and 30 minutes, just like
Yes.
as they just put all of these talking points into my head. That is not what happened. I keep telling you guys, I am not governable. I am.
Jeremy, this totally supports your WWF theory 100%, dude. It's absolutely WWE. This is what this is. It's professional wrestling with conservative influencers.
Basically akin to Kanye West. I never felt more seen than when he tweeted a lot of years ago, just fired my manager because I realized I can't be managed. That is me. That tweet right there, I was like, oh gosh, yes, Kanye, that I get this. Okay. Nobody is changing their mind anything. How ridiculous would it have been if I'm doing all of this, investigating, asking all of these questions, and then Erica Kirk offers to answer some of these questions, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. I can't betray the people. I don't want any answers to the questions. I just want to ask them. No, this is the entire reason we are doing this.
So we're not going to watch the whole show, okay? But the point being is that this video did not go over well with her audience. Her entire audience is pissed off at her. And that audience that she has cultivated, the anti-Israel crowd, the Jews are responsible for every problem in the world. Now that audience has completely turned on her. You go in the comments section, dude. Right there. Transparency is never found at private meetings. That's where deals are made. She is like getting crushed, and it's fantastic to watch. Now, she went on with Piers Morgan today, and that has, I have not had a chance to watch everything with Piers Morgan, but apparently it was pretty fiery, and we've got a couple of clips to kind of show you some of that. Again, if you're tuning in, President Trump is set to speak in about 33 minutes. We will be covering that in its entirety. But right here's a clip from her being on with Piers Morgan.
Why would he say that?
So I
Why was he so
want
involved as somebody who's
Candace,
fighting
I want
a
to get
97,000 front war?
Candace, I want to get to the reality of what you're actually saying. So when you say that somebody at Turning Point USA, Charlie's company, was complicit in his murder, who was?
I believe that there were multiple people at Turning Point who are, as I have said many times, my exact words are, they are engaged in a cover-up of what happened to Charlie on that day.
No, but who was involved in his murder?
I didn't say that they murdered Charlie.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe that thoroughly.
Candace, you didn't say that. You said literally.
I did say that on my entire show.
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
When you and I were discussing, that's why I said, let's go back. I was applying the logic of a conspiracy to JFK. I said, okay, JFK, you have people that are complicit. Of course, if you apply that logic, if there is a conspiracy, there's going to be multiple people that are going to be complicit by the time, in order for a large stage murder to happen.
You specifically said, you didn't say complicit in a cover-up. You said complicit in the murder. Because I said, who at Turning Point was involved in his murder? And
let me clarify for you. Okay, you can keep saying what I said, or you can listen to what I am saying.
Okay.
When I was using the analogy of JFK and we were connecting it, I was basically pushing back on you because you were suggesting that, all of these people being involved would be crazy. So I was applying the analogy of what happened to JFK. Well, you actually, if you go back and listen, were suggesting that a conspiracy.
I said you don't know either. Your floating theories.
When we started talking about
I do love the fact that Piers just will not let you talk when you're on. Like he asks you a question, and then he's going to talk over you right when you start to try to answer. Now, she is having a real problem trying to convey her message. Yes, Jay, I am staying live all the way through Trump's speech. She's having a real problem answering, but he's not even giving her a chance in a lot of ways.
The JFK
Perfectly
thing,
entitled. Listen, let me make it clear.
Piers, I really think you're not holding on to your thoughts.
Candace, let me spell out my thought very clearly.
When we started talking about JFK, the implication that you were making was that it was crazy to suggest that multiple people could have been involved at different levels.
Candace.
I was then connecting the dots and saying that in order for the JFK assassination to happen, there had to have been tons of people that were complicit.
I understand.
Right?
I heard what you said.
Maybe you're the person who takes the cameras down. Maybe you're the person that told him to drive that day. Maybe you're LBJ. So they're not all complicit in the murder, but they're all at different varying stages involved in the cover-up. Right? So that's what a grand conspiracy actually is. And I do believe, so you don't have to go back and we don't have to go through it. I'm telling you what I think about Turning Point. You know, I am very known for being honest about what I believe. You're not, I'm not exactly a person that you got to pull teeth on.
Sure.
I believe that there are people at Turning Point who are engaged in covering up what happened on that day.
But were any of them engaged in the planning of the murder of Charlie Kirk?
I wouldn't know how it was planned. Absolutely, I can't make that. I cannot confidently make that statement. I can say confidently that I know they're engaged in the cover-up because I've been investigating what happened on that day and what transpired thereafter.
Dude, this is such a disaster. Again, Candace is free to say whatever she wants. She's free to talk about whatever she wants. The fact that there are so many people that believed her lies, and now those same people that believed her lies are turning on her is fucking hilarious. It is so funny.
I've been clear. I've named those people on my show. I've said they are engaged in a cover-up, and I've listed the lies. So you don't have to try to make something out of what I didn't say. I tell you what I think. It's already controversial. We don't need to get more controversial, okay? Do I think someone at Turning Point pulled the trigger? No. Obviously, I don't think someone at Turning Point pulled the trigger. We don't even know who did pull the trigger. So how can I say that they're...
Did anybody at Turning Point, in your opinion, know that Charlie Kirk was going to be murdered?
There is specifically 2 people at Turning Point USA, and I have communicated that information to Erica and Justin Strife, that I would not be surprised if they had foreknowledge of Charlie Kirk being assassinated.
But do you have any evidence?
I'm not going to name. I am not going to name those people, okay? Because it's not right for me to name those people until I know for a fact that they did.
Did you give the names Did you give the names to Erica?
Yes, so I absolutely did.
You gave the names to Erica of 2 employees, current employees at Turning Point, who you believe were involved in the preparation for the murder of Charlie Kirk. Is that what you're saying?
I told them that if I were in your shoes, these would be 2 employees that I would look further into. That's
and what evidence do you have that they had any prior knowledge of the murder?
Because I don't have concrete evidence is the reason why I'm not naming them.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been
so you've got no evidence,
not saying,
but you're telling the widow that these 2 people may have been involved in the murder. But you see the problem.
Well, what the evidence for it is people that there is not concrete evidence. It's like you're trying to get me to say something that I never said and then asking me to defend it.
No, I'm asking what evidence
let's
you've
actually
got.
go to. You're asking me privately. Did I communicate to them that I think you should look further? That's called an investigation, Piers. Why would?
Holy crap! I haven't even heard this entire thing. All right, now. I saw this clip right here. Piers Morgan's mouth drops to the floor as Candace Owens lies to him about what she just said. So there's probably a little bit, this might be the same clip, but he's got it later and earlier. So let me hear this breakdown.
Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. I didn't say that they murdered Charlie.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe that thoroughly.
Candace, you didn't say that. You said literally.
I did say that on my entire show.
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said complicit in the murder. Because I said, who at Turning Point was involved in his murder? And
let
you
me
said,
clarify for you. Okay, you can keep saying what I said, or you can listen to what I am saying.
Unbelievable.
When I was using the analogy of JFK and we were connecting it, I was basically pushing back on you because you were suggesting that, all of these people being involved would be crazy. So I was applying the analogy
I said,
of what
I don't
happened
know.
to JFK. Well, you actually, if you go back and listen.
I said, I don't know JFK's assassination. And we recently had a lot of the files released. which did not conclusively prove any of these things, right? Now, again, I don't know what happened to JFK.
No,
Make it clear.
Piers, I really think you're not holding on to your thoughts here
Candace,
correctly.
let me spell out my thought very
had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. My entire
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
I really think you're not holding on to your thoughts
Candace,
here correctly.
Again, man, these people have been in my comment section saying, what is Candace lied about? What is she lied about? I'm like, you are retarded. If you think, and again, you are free to be retarded, but if you believe Candace, you are retarded. And Candace knows what she's doing. I don't believe Candace believes any of this shit. I believe Candace believes that there are enough stupid motherfuckers out there that are willing to buy that narrative that she can make a ton of money, because there is nothing better right now on the internet that pays as good as Jews bad, anti-Israel bad, Israel's responsible for everything. It pays damn good money. And there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers that eat that shit up because they don't have the ability to think at all. And they're overwhelming. Again, I'm someone that didn't give a single fuck about Israel positively or negatively. And those dumb fucks have been so retarded that it has made me go against them because they're so stupid. They are the most brain dead, retarded people on the internet. And that's Candace Owens' crowd. They are stupid. And Candace is making a fuck ton of money off of it. So there you have it. Let me see here. All right, we still have much to talk about. Going live in 25 minutes. I got to catch up on super chats really quick. Let me see. I saw Nandy dropped up 50. So far, been disappointed by the Trump administration. No deep state arrest, draining of swamp, lowering healthcare cost, or just cost in general. Now the possibility of war adds to the L's. Immigration and border has been amazing. Crime a bit down, but L's in other areas. Well, I think that deep state arrests is a very complicated situation. Clearly, Trump has made it clear that he wants to see arrests, but it's not as simple. Like, Trump can't just go arrest people. There's got to be due process. There's got to be a whole big... The swamp is deeper than Trump thought it was in 2016. He learned that lesson the hard way. Elon Musk himself even said once he got involved in the government, in his mind, the government is unfixable. That's what Elon said. But I think Trump has focused too much on foreign policy, but now he seems to be focusing on domestic. But now we've got this rumor of Venezuela being out there, so we'll see what that turns into. But overall, I've been very happy with Trump 2.0. Absolutely. I think, I saw, what was it? Black Conservative Perspective earlier. He was responding to Dave Smith. Dave Smith is another retard on the internet. And he was responding right here. So Dave Smith, who's, truly a retard, despite my assumption that Trump's second term would be a disaster, even when supporting him, I'm blown away at how bad it's been. Trump has spent the last year humiliating his movement and squandering the greatest opportunity in modern American history for real change. So a lot of loudmouth libertarians have been setting this narrative because they were never, well, first of all, libertarians can't even get along with each other, much less, want to support MAGA or anything like that. But Greg right here says, Trump 2.0 has been the best long-term thinking president of my lifetime, and it's not even close. This administration will transform this country for the better in ways that won't be understood or appreciated until 20 years from now. And I agree completely with Greg right here. And I continue to believe that Dave Smith is a complete idiot. Yeah, that's what Trump has been building. So a lot of the things that are being put in place, you're not going to see that. But I'm very happy with what we have seen. Now, with that said, This might upset a few people, and I hope it does. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about it right now. I hope you're ready, chat. Trump privately spoke with his former impeachment attorney, Alan Dershowitz, about potentially being a president for a third term. Dershowitz presented Trump a draft of his upcoming book called Could Trump Constitutionally Serve a Third Term? Let's go. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see what happens. I'm still not convinced he's going to do it, but I'm not convinced he won't do it either. Thank you, Nandy. I appreciate it, brother. Trump 3.0. Hell yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to happen. But all I know is Trump's not going away. He's just not going away. That's just the bottom line here. Trump will continue to be Trump. Now, one thing that this is part of the script, so we have to add this in. The script for Cobra Cast leaked earlier today, so I got to stay within the script. Even if there were things I want to talk about, I'm not allowed to talk about it. But President Trump levels up the Presidential Walk of Fame with savage new plaques. Yes, this is real. No, this is not a meme. This is an actual real thing that President Trump has put into place. Because President Trump is the most savage human being alive, okay? His trolling level has reached a place that it's hard to process. So here is the Presidential Walk of Fame, okay? These are the images right here. But if you get more specific, you can get here to Barack Hussein Obama's, and you can break that down. Barack Hussein Obama was the first black president, a community organizer, and a one-term senator, and it just goes through it. There's the auto pin for Joe Biden. It gives, complete breakdown of the auto pin. We've got this one right here. Where's it at? Right here. He's got one of Ronald Reagan. Talks about how Trump loved Reagan. The one of Bill Clinton is fantastic. Where's the one of Bill Clinton? I got to find that one. So the one with Bill Clinton, in the end, it just talks about his wife, Hillary, lost to President Trump in 2016. And it's like, dude, he's so petty. He's so fucking petty. Trump is the most petty human being alive. But that's who he is. That's who we voted for right there. And yes, if you want to say Trump is petty, you're damn right he's petty. And that's why we love him. And that's why we voted for him. Just a petty mother effer. He likes to gloat. He absolutely does like to gloat. JB username says, it's okay, bro. We know you only grift because your foreskin keeps growing back and Mossad needs it gone. Mossad, man, you guys don't understand. They are not easy to deal with. They are not easy to deal with. Swirly BS for 20 says, JD advanced intro is stupid. Sid in black bikini, disgusting. APL in one piece, disgusting. The damn video is not funny. I know your game. I know your game, and I'm not playing it. All right? I know what you're trying to do. And I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Marmillan says, great bunch of women being women and upset that people question the questioner. True shocker. Truly shooketh. Yeah, I know it. Everybody missed a JD advanced intro tonight. We'll get back to it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Jason Platt says, that guy is right. I've been watching since The Last Jedi, and this channel blows, and I can't get enough. Yeah, man. It's the worst channel on YouTube. I don't deny that. I don't deny that. I will never deny that. Coog Fowl says, did we really have to listen to a mentally ill dude with their dumbass conspiracy? What is it a reference to? I've listened to so much crap. I don't even know what you're talking about now. Lolberts are let's see. Oh, I thought Trump was popping on there. Lolberts are moral cuck retards. Yes, they are. And Dave Smith is the king of them. Ministry of Wrong Things says it was just uncovered that the raid against Trump's Mar-a-Lago home had no probable cause and admitted by Biden's administration in leaked messages. They authorized lethal force knowingly without proper cause. Yes, we talked about that the other night on CobraCast. But yeah, that leaked yesterday. MAGA Mike says, Trump destroyed woke culture, sued the mainstream media into oblivion, secured our border, made law and order great again, and Democrats have an insanely low approval rating. Ignore the bad actors. I generally agree with that. I mean, like the cultural shift that has happened under Trump's presidency, you can't appreciate it enough. Like it is truly a cultural shift. We're not back to like the 80s and the 90s, but there has been a significant cultural shift for sure. Ministry of Wrong Thing, never, brother, but I do appreciate it. I see you in the chat. But the cultural shift is absolutely something that not enough credit gets to Trump for that. Soldier On says, I don't know why I watch Jeremy either. Oh, wait, I'm retarded. I'm retarded too, so he makes sense. Thank you. That's the point I was trying to make. David says, OMG, screw Venezuela. The Armor Gamer says, I think Dan was just over his head and had no idea. That's possible. I mean, again, I don't want to sit here and so Dan Bongino announced today that he's going to be stepping away as deputy director of FBI, the FBI. I think that he actually did an interview. I think he did an interview. Hang on, let me go check. Thank you, Timothy, for the $50 super chat. I'll read that here in just a minute. I'm trying to find this clip. I think is this legit right here? Dan Bongino says, I gave up everything for this. My wife is struggling. I'm not a victim. It's fine. All right, let's hear this real quick. This has to be an old clip.
I mean, I gave up everything for this. I mean, my wife is struggling. I'm not a victim. I'm not Jim Comey. It's fine. I did this and I'm proud I did it. But if you think we're there for tea and crumpets, well, I mean, Cash is there all day. We share it. Our offices are linked. He turns on the faucet. I hear it.
Yeah, this is old.
He's there he gets in like 6 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't leave till 7 at night. I'm in there at 7:30 in the morning. He uses the gym. I work out in my apartment, but I stare at these 4 walls all day in DC. By myself, divorced from my wife, not divorced, but I mean, separated, divorced. And it's hard. I mean, we love each other and it's hard to be apart.
But you're doing some great work. You're straightening out the FBI, you're moving buildings. There's a lot of change.
I got one more thing.
That's an older clip. So, I ultimately, is he in over his head? It's impossible to answer. Dan Bongino he's an amazing communicator. There's a reason that he had the biggest or one of the biggest podcasts on the internet at the time of him stepping away and taking, this position. And it's just a different world. So I don't know. I don't know if he was in over his head, uncomfortable. I don't know, man. It just, to me, it seemed like a bad fit. It seemed like a bad fit. For whatever reason, it was a bad fit. And optically, it did not work very well. I also don't think that Kash Patel has worked very well at all. I think that these two hires have been truly among the worst for Trump 2.0. I think Pam Bondi is definitely the worst. But Bongino and Kash, for various amount of reasons, don't seem to be the right guys for this job. And that's part of it, man. So he's going to take over his podcast. He's going to have huge numbers. A lot of people are going to wonder if he's going to say, certain details. I don't really think we're going to get a lot, but maybe we will. I can't imagine he has the authority to talk about a lot of the things that people want him to talk about. So, Timothy for 50 Says, hail the 199, respect the grift, didn't watch news all day and smiling cause. Request, mix in some Sydney Thomas with Sweeney. She's hot too. P.S. Fig. Thank you, Timothy. Your concerns will be noted and sent to the offices of CobraCast 199, meaning I'll jot them down on my phone. Thank you so much. We have a really good system here. So we have a really good system here where I say I'm going to do things, and as long as I can remember it, then I do it. You know, it's kind of how it works around here. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Lord Botho says, gaming news, NVIDIA is cutting GPU production up to 40%. Intel and AMD, along with NVIDIA, will probably raise prices. Expect it to be passed on to consumer with more PC and console price hikes. Yep, we talked about that a little bit last night on Tuesday Night's Main Event. And that's going to be huge. The prices are going to go through the roof. So expect that. But I already have my Switch 2, which is the most important gaming piece of hardware that's ever existed. So I'm good. I've got a Switch 2. It's the most powerful gaming hardware that's ever existed. So we're good. At least, you know, I'm covered. So, and I can play Fortnite. So we're good. There you have it. Thank you, Lord Botha. I appreciate it. All right. Southeastern Kaiju says, chances this Venezuela stuff is a deep state head fake to bait Trump into an unpopular war to hurt the midterms and get the GOP out of power. No. Trump's been talking about Venezuela for a while. So no, I don't think so at all. Ladybug says, wow, CobraCast spoilers, rude. That's what I'm saying. CG says, maybe he'll announce Maduro has already been deposed. But seriously, I'm sort of with Nick. It could be nothing. It will be interesting to see. We are 9 minutes away. And let's see. Shit. Here. All right. Bird Up said, David says, you is awesome even though you wear Crocs. What? Crocs are for alpha males. Okay. Bird Up says, are we at the Candace bad part yet? Checking my watch. Yes, we made it. Bub Doom says, do we know why Bongino quit? We don't. Marine Rebel says, hotty toddy, let's go Rebels. Also, GTH, get the hell out, Lane quitting. Yeah, good old Lane Kiffin. Phil McCracken, IDOT says, Mary Jessica and Happy New Beardo. Hero says, hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic. David says, it's fucking funny when I watch you on my TV and my wife gets mad. She hates you, but it doesn't matter because I'm a lifelong fan of the 199. Yes! You tell those women to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. Grown-ass men are having discussions, and it don't matter what they think. I hope your wife's not mad at me after I said that. I hope she's not mad. I'm just memeing, ma'am. I'm just memeing. Okay, I'm just memeing. It's not serious. I'll send an apology. Sorry about that. Sorry. Don't take it out on your husband. I'm sorry. Southeastern Kaiju says, Jeremy compares himself to a Monday Night Raw. Mass Marvel says, this show is very homosexual. I'm out. Grindo Drone says, he's going to announce Bureau on FNT. New script tax. He's going to be sleeping on the couch thanks to you, Jeremy. Bob says, my wife is laughing. Glenn Jones says, what are your thoughts on Europe war hawking with Russia, and will Trump do the right thing and keep the U.S. out of it? That whole situation is an absolute disaster. Will Trump do the right thing and keep the U.S. out of it? I have no idea how to answer that one because Trump is so unpredictable. It's hard to know what he's thinking. It's hard to know what he's going to do. Trump, I think, is very methodical in a lot of ways, but Trump is also, if you piss him off, you don't know what he's going to do. That's just who he is. Let's see, 6 minutes. Yes, T-minus 6 minutes. We are We are waiting. Is the White House? I'm gonna have it on right side just to see what they have first, and then let's see. So I'll also go to the White House feed because the White House feed, I'm sure everybody's gonna have it. So yeah, the White House already has a feed up. So let's go over to that feed right now. That way we won't miss it. So we are currently waiting. I guess I should change my title. We'll get some algorithm love in here. I'll change my title for the first time in forever. Let's see here. How do you fucking edit on this new? I don't even know how to change it. Oh, there we go. YouTube's updated, so I don't really know how to change it. What is the title on the White House feed? We're just going to steal their title. There we go. Okay, copy. Okay, we're going to grift off the White House. So, boom, President Trump. Let me see. I'll change it up slightly. All right. Change it up slightly. There we go. There. Damn it, did I fuck it up? President Trump address to the nation live. Yeah, there we go. That sounds exciting. That sounds exciting, right? President Trump address to the nation live. That would make you want to click, right? And then I've got Trump as Walter White. We've got Candace Owens with the aliens meme. Dude, come on, man. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So, okay. Cristobal says, come on, guys. We've got to protect this house. No script leaking. Thank you. I appreciate that. Golden Nugget says, Jeremy getting Mossad to misspell my post. The Tennessee Tornado says, Trump obviously picked tonight because it's Survivor finale night and he wanted to mess with CBS. Gone Trucker says, Jeremy, you're eating that corn the wrong way again, said Jeremy's mom. Brian says, I'll leak some hair care product all over that map. All over that mop you call hair. You argumentative beast, you. What? Thank you. MAGA Mike says, I don't usually agree with Fuentes, but laughing my ass off. Daniel Moore says, the first words were, you guys are crazy. Agreed. Jeremy Griggs' dad says, 2 more days till the third time's the charm. Boomer sooner. Hamilton says, Candace Owens is an insufferable grifter. Well, so am I, to be fair. So am I. But, I mean, look. Candace Owens got a $500 super chat the other day. Okay, I ain't got one of those in at least 2 weeks. Okay, so just saying, there was even a clip of it. Okay, because people were like showing how much hate she was getting, and look at this. Look at this right here. So I'm just telling you, man, the anti crowd.
Just to say this, very happy.
Look at this. Look at these super chats rolling in, man. Look at these. They might be hating on her, but she getting paid. Look at that. $500. She got a $500 super chat. That is grifting, okay? Jay has already been told he can join, okay? He's already been told he can join. He's just waiting till the last second so somebody will send a super chat with his name on it. That's what he's doing, okay? That's what he's doing. Like I fucking said, here he is. He finally joined. He's going to sit in the back. He's going to build up all the momentum. He's going to wait. He can join whenever he wants. Okay? But he's just waiting. Because what's going to happen? Somebody's going to send like $100 or a $50. Oh, there he is now.
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to push the button. My bad.
What's up, Jay?
I didn't want to sometimes you just want to run solo. So I was kind of like, I didn't know.
He didn't know it was gay. He didn't know it was gay.
If you wanted to run solo. I just got back from the Magic Kingdom. Oh, man, for park hopping.
How'd that go?
Yeah, wait till you see that vlog. Holy crap.
Boy. Oh, boy. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
It was something. It's Christmas season, man. There's 1 billion people there.
I bet. I was at Universal earlier. So look at that. Run It's Godzilla for 20. Says Trump is going to declare Man of Steel the best Superman movie ever made. Also, Candace is a giant. See you next Tuesday, and I'm tired of her act. Man of Steel has aged very well. No more hate from me. Man of Steel has aged very well. I can't even argue it, Jay. Like, look, man.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
When I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I let go of the hate for Man of Steel, okay? I let go of it.
Shocking.
BVS still sucks big time. With that said, Man of Steel is not the best Superman movie. Superman the movie is the best Superman movie because Christopher Reeve is in it.
Easy.
And Christopher Reeve will always be the greatest Superman. No one will ever come remotely close to Christopher Reeve as Superman. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing good.
What the hell? What was that? You okay, buddy?
I had some cake today. I'm doing well. I wanted to, hey, what's up? One person.
What person?
I'm like, I'm a little nervous about this speech. That's why I wanted to hop on.
I really, I don't know what's gonna happen.
So
like this is the beauty of Trump. This is the beauty of Trump. We don't know what the hell he's
shout
gonna
out.
do.
855 tax.
I got your text, Cliff. I got you. Well, I'm gonna respond to you. I've just been busy as hell, man. So I don't have anything set up, but I'll let you know what we have cooking. 855 tax in the house. I
don't know what I don't know. It's just, that's all I'm saying. It's just I don't know if he's going to declare war. I don't know if he's like, we're going to take over the country. Trump. It wouldn't shock me if he said any of those things. Or
it wouldn't shock me if he just gets on here and brags about everything he's done.
That's true. Like that's what I'm saying. Or he could get on and be like, the Trump Gold Card is doing great. Got a lot of people signing up. Thank you for your attention in this matter. And that's it. Oh yeah, Venezuela, we blew up a ship. All right, that's it. See you later. So
no one knows. So if you're just tuning in, we had Tucker Carlson was on, and he basically said that he was on with Judge Napolitano or whatever, and he said that he had heard from someone in Congress that Trump is going to declare war with Venezuela. We heard people counter that to say they don't believe that's going to happen. No one actually knows what Trump is going to say tonight, so we're all going to learn this. This was only announced yesterday.
I know
that he was going to be addressing the nation. So, yeah, that's where we are.
Who knows? Who knows?
America.
Oh, here he is.
11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it. When I took office, inflation was the worst in 48 years, and some would say in the history of our country, which caused prices to be higher than ever before, making life unaffordable for millions and millions of Americans. This happened during a Democrat administration, and it's when we first began hearing the word affordability. Our border was open, and 50% of whom killed more than one person. This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country, and it can never be allowed to happen again. We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, crime at record levels with law enforcement, and words such as that just absolutely forbidden. We had the worst trade deals ever made, and our country was laughed at from all over the world. But they're not laughing anymore.
I switched it for audio purposes.
Over the past 11 months, we have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history. There's never been anything like it, and I think most would agree. I was elected in a landslide, winning the popular vote and all 7 swing states and everything else, with a mandate to take on a sick and corrupt system that really just took the wealth from people and crushed the dreams of the American people. For the last 4 years, the United States was ruled by politicians who fought only for insiders, illegal aliens, career criminals, corporate lobbyists, prisoners, terrorists, and above all, foreign nations, which took advantage of us at levels never seen before. They flooded your cities and towns with illegal aliens. They decimated your hard-earned savings. They indoctrinated your children with hate for America. They just released a level of violent felons that we had never seen to prey on innocent. They caused war. They caused mayhem. They caused a horrible situation all over the globe. But now you have a president who fights for the law-abiding, hardworking people of our country, the ones who make this nation run, who make this nation work. And after just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. For the past 7 months, 0 illegal aliens have been allowed into our country, a feat which everyone said was absolutely impossible. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else. As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president. We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, and we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country. In other words, in a few short months, we went from worst to best. We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C. It's at levels of safety that we've never seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population. Drugs brought in by ocean and by sea are now down 94%. We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools, and control over those schools is back now in the hands of our great and loving states where education belongs. After rebuilding the United States military in my first term, and with the addition we are adding right now, we have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close. I've restored American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza, bringing for the first time in 3,000 years peace to the Middle East, and secured the release of the hostages, both living and dead. Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices and everything at levels never seen before. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22%, and in many states, 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast. Democrat politicians also sent the cost of groceries soaring, but we are solving that too. The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year. The price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. Nobody can believe what's going on. Here are just some of the efforts that we have underway. You will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year. After years of record-setting falling incomes,
He does
our
sound pretty
policies
pissed
are
off. I don't know
boosting
why, but he
take-home
does
pay
sound mad.
at a historic pace. Under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000. Under Trump, the typical factory worker is seeing a wage increase of $1,300. For construction workers, it's $1,800. For miners, we're bringing back clean, beautiful coal. It's $3,300. And for the first time in years, wages are rising much faster than inflation. Remember that. Wages, just look at it. Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history, and 100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100% of all jobs have been in the private sector rather than government, which is the only way to make a country powerful and great. This historic trend will continue. Already, I've secured a record-breaking $18 trillion of investment into the United States, which means jobs, wage increases, growth, factory openings, and far greater national security. Much of this success has been accomplished by tariffs. My favorite word, tariffs, which for many decades have been used successfully by other countries against us, but not anymore. Companies know that if they build in America, there are no tariffs. And that's why they're coming home to the USA in record numbers. They're building factories and plants at levels we haven't seen, AI, automobiles. We're doing what nobody thought was even possible, not even remotely possible. There has never, frankly, been anything like it. 1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail, totally failed. Now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And that's said by every single leader that I've spoken to over the last 5 months. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Because of tariffs, along with the just passed One Big Beautiful Bill, tonight I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas, a Warrior Dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody. And by the way, we now have record enlistment in our military, and last year we had among the worst recruitment numbers in our military's history. What a difference a year makes. In addition, I'm doing what no politician of either party has ever done, standing up to the special interests to dramatically reduce the price of prescription drugs. I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices on drugs and pharmaceuticals by as much as 400, 500, and even 600%. In other words, your drug costs will be plummeting downward. And I used the threat of tariffs to get foreign countries who would never have done it to pay the cost of this giant dollar reduction. They stopped ripping us off, and it began as of 4 days ago. There has never been anything like this in the history of our country. Drugs have only gone up, but now they'll be going down by numbers never conceived possible. It's called Most Favored Nation. And no president has ever had the courage or ability to get this done until now. The first of these unprecedented price reductions will be available starting in January through a new website, TrumpRx.gov. And these big price cuts will greatly reduce the cost of health care. I'm also taking on the gigantic health insurance companies that have gotten rich on billions of dollars of money that should go directly to the people. The money should go to the people. That's you. So they can buy their own health insurance, which will give far better benefits at much lower costs. It will be far better health insurance. The current Unaffordable Care Act was created to make insurance companies rich. It was bad health care at much too high a cost. And you see that now in the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and they are demanding those increases, and it's their fault. It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Unaffordable Care Act, and everybody knew it. Again, I want the money to go directly to the people so you can buy your own health care. You'll get much better health care at a much lower price. The only losers will be insurance companies that have gotten rich, and the Democrat Party, which is totally controlled by those same insurance companies. They will not be happy, but that's okay with me because you, the people, are finally going to be getting great health care at a lower cost. Another major focus is the cost of energy. For years, the radical left Democrats exploited the green energy scam as an excuse to funnel many billions of dollars into their own massive slush funds as their energy restrictions drastically drove up prices, and they drove them up at record levels. Electricity costs surged 30 to 100% under Biden, and the typical family lost $5,000 to $10,000 in higher energy costs. Think of that, $5,000 to $10,000 you lost. On day one, I declared a national energy emergency. Gasoline is now under $2.50 a gallon in much of the country. In some states, it, by the way, just hit $1.99 a gallon. And within the next 12 months, we will have opened 1,600 new electrical generating plants, a record, and it's a record that won't be beaten by practically, I would say, by anybody, or certainly not very soon. Prices on electricity and everything else will fall dramatically. The Democrat inflation disaster, again, the worst in the history of our country, also robbed millions of Americans of home ownership and indeed the American dream. The yearly cost of a typical new mortgage increased by $15,000 under Democrat rule. In 11 months, we've already gotten that annual cost down by $3,000, and it's coming down a lot lower. Wait till you see the numbers are going to be shocking. And I'll soon announce our next chairman of the Federal Reserve, someone who believes in lower interest rates by a lot, and mortgage payments will be coming down even further. Early the new year, and you will see this, in the new year, I will announce some of the most aggressive housing reform plans in American history. A major factor in driving up housing costs was the colossal border invasion. We have never been invaded. This is the worst thing that, frankly, in my opinion, the worst thing that the Biden administration did to our country is the invasion at the border. The last administration and their allies in Congress brought in millions and millions of migrants and gave them taxpayer-funded housing while your rent and housing costs skyrocketed. Over 60% of growth in the rental market came from foreign migrants. At the same time, illegal aliens stole American jobs and flooded emergency rooms, getting free health care and education paid for by you, the American taxpayer. They also increased the cost of law enforcement by numbers so high that they are not even to be mentioned. For the first time in 50 years, we are now seeing reverse migration as migrants go back home, leaving more housing and more jobs for Americans. In the year before my election, all net creation of jobs was going to foreign migrants. Since I took office, 100% of all net job creation has gone to American-born citizens, 100%. In the end, government either serves the productive, patriotic, hardworking American citizen, or it serves those who break the laws, cheat the system, and seek power and profit at the expense of our nation. Look at Minnesota, where Somalians have taken over the economics of the state and have stolen billions and billions of dollars from Minnesota and indeed from the United States of America. And we're going to put an end to it.
Call it
For
out.
so long as before my election, the vast majority of good and decent Americans were forced to watch as corrupt politicians plundered the halls of power, exploited our taxpayers, and pillaged every system that makes civilized society function. But not anymore, and you see that every day, not anymore. We're putting America first, and we are making America great again. Very simple. We are making America great again. Tonight, after 11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected. And our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen. Soon we will host the World Cup and the Olympics, both of which I got. But most importantly, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. There could be no more fitting tribute to this epic milestone than to complete the comeback of America that began just 1 year ago. When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe. We are respected again like we have never been respected before. To each and every one of you, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
Dude, volume's down because I know a lot of you bumped up your volumes, so I don't want to start screaming. Okay?
Venezuela talk.
I'm going to give you a live reaction to what we just witnessed in our chat, okay? Live reaction. This is what we just saw in our chat right here.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th president of the United States of America, Donald.
So there you have it right there. So yeah, libs
It's the only time
are,
a man has made that woman scream in her life.
libs are losing it tonight. But yes, so that was Trump, and yeah, he crushed it tonight. So obviously there was a lot of speculation that he was going to announce war with Venezuela. That was mainly from Tucker Carlson, who, again, I'm gonna be honest, I've always liked Tucker, but I think him putting that out there is pretty much bullshit when you have no confirmation of it, and it's just a lot of fear mongering.
Yeah.
And it what it does is creates all of this negativity towards Trump for no reason whatsoever. It's pretty bullshit that he put that out there. I don't like that at all. So Jay, what are your thoughts?
I'm glad. I loved his energy, man. I loved his energy.
He was fired up, man. He was fired up.
I honestly, we got midterms coming up, and he needs to do more of this stuff all the time. And he needs to constantly pound the message of some of the things that he is accomplishing. You know, that this government is accomplishing, because there's still a lot of normies out there that they have no idea, because it's not, I don't know, because wherever they live and whatever state they're in, it's not affecting them right up in their face. So he needs to keep at it with this type of energy all the way through the midterms. I love it. I really do. So
yep.
Just keep driving the message home. You know, like that's I mean, what else can you do? Is that he inherited, I think, a bigger mess than a lot of people really understand. I think you were talking about that earlier. The 4-year mess that right off of the lockdowns and all that stuff that he had to inherit from that Biden administration. And I agree with you. I really feel like this first year was, let me get the international stuff taken care of. Let me get all that stuff, because we're getting screwed. That's going to jumpstart a lot of the stuff in the home front. Hopefully that's what happens. He took care of the international things with the tariffs and all that stuff, and the trade stuff. And now he's going to use that to pole vote, like just slam us over some certain things in this next coming year. That's what I hope. That's what I hope.
I agree. And he does seem like he is kind of laser focused on domestic policy right now, which is what he needs to be doing going into the midterms. But
100%.
His energy tonight I haven't seen Trump that fired up in a long time. I mean, when I say he sounded mad, it's not that I think he sounded like mad, angry, but it's like he sounds like, I'm tired of the bullshit. We have accomplished so much.
Yes.
And we still have a ways to go, but let's not overlook what we have accomplished. in just a short amount of time after taking over a disaster that was already his success in the first term. And then 2020 happened. They stole the election. They came in there. They blew everything up that he was doing in his first term. And now getting back in there with a much better team this time around than he had in his first term. And they have accomplished a lot. There's still a long ways to go. It's not perfect by any means, but it's as good as you could possibly imagine under the circumstances.
And I know you've said this before, he needs to get out and hold rallies again too, especially for the midterms, because if we lose the midterms, it is going to be like they're going to try to kick him out every freaking. It is just going to be a clown show for 2 years. It is going to be the worst thing ever, man. It's just like impeach.
Mm-hmm.
No, like nothing will get done. It's going to be awful. So I hope he does a couple rallies, because that always fires up the base and gets them out there to vote. Republicans don't necessarily show up at midterms like they're supposed to. It's just been, at least that's some of the statistics that I was been going over on our show. And it's like that needs to change. You know, at least this one going into. I mean, listen, the world's going crazy. You got Nicki Minaj in love with JD Vance. What the heck? Who called that one? Right? We got this man sending checks to all our troops, 1776 checks. That's incredible. That's going on. Like, he just announced that. Nobody saw that coming, you know. And next year is supposed to be the big party for America. 250 years, you know. Me and you are making a trip to Iowa for the big celebration.
And no one's
just gotta do that out there.
No one's talking about this, Jay. And this pisses me off. Trump is sending thousands of illegals home to be with their families for Christmas. What a nice guy. He cares about the people.
I know.
Nobody has a bigger heart than President Trump. This Christmas, he is flying thousands of illegals home to be with their families. What a great guy President Trump is. What a great guy. You know?
I mean, I've never seen a president like this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Trump's on fire right now, and every network is covering it. Democrats can't stand it. We saw it in our chat. There was a lot of emotionally broken people in our chat tonight, and we want you to all know
love it.
That we see you, we hear you, and we are.
You
laughing
wonder
at
if you wonder if Tucker saying that didn't help the president get on every single network, though.
Possibly,
you know,
for sure.
like,
yeah.
Did you see that clip? And I don't want to like. Did you see that clip of John Chris like talking about he went to the Tucker Carlson party?
Yep.
And he's like, they're all friends, everybody. They're all friends, and this is all an entertainment scheme. I was like, I kind of so aggravating, man.
I believe that it's all WWE for the most part.
Yes,
I think
100%.
So I think that Donald Trump is the greatest moneymaker in political history, and you have more phony people on both sides. You have phony people that are pro-Trump because it pays well. You have a lot of obviously phony people that don't really hate Trump, but it pays very well to hate Trump. You have more frauds than you have ever had before in politics right now. And most people don't get it because all they think is that so-and-so agrees with me, therefore they must be authentic.
Correct.
It's not specific to one side or the other. There are a ton of phonies on both sides that see an opportunity to make a ton of money off of Trump.
And I freaking love the fact that Elon switched the Twitter game up, so now you can find out these pro MAGAs. They're all from like India. Because they switch. It was always crazy when Trump would say something or tweet something that kind of shocked everyone. Then you see all these big influencers. MAGA is dead. MAGA is dead. MAGA is dead. I was like, what the freak over one thing? And now you can go and you're like, oh, that guy's from Bangladesh. Okay, he's just getting engagement to make money. You know, that guy's from India. That hot chick, that hot white girl that has a MAGA hat. Oh yeah,
she's South not Asia. Real.
Yeah,
she's not real.
It's like okay, you know, all that stuff. It's just a bunch of nonsense. So I say keep the faith. I love what our president's doing. Is he going to tweet and say things? Yeah, that are a little whatever, of course, but that's who he is, you know. And I gotta tell you, man, after like what I saw this morning, I don't know if you covered it, but that freaking lady going after that elderly woman in Target because she had a Charlie Kirk shirt on is one of the most vile things. I usually don't get aggravated or angry on that. That just made me so freaking pissed that she did that to someone's grandmother, you know? And I'm like, there's no way she'd get away with that in Florida or Texas or a lot of the states from the people that are watching the show right now. There's no way that someone will let their grandmother be like talked to like that. And because of course it was in California, but it's like, and people can judge me if they want. I had no issues. I have no issues whatsoever. That lady gets fired from her job and gets, you know, whatever happens, because that was the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. One of them coming from the left. So
yeah, I actually have not covered that on this channel, just not because I haven't wanted to, because I've had so much going on. I'm trying to pull this up right now because I did have that bookmarked the other day. So there's some people in the chat that are asking what you're talking about. Most
sorry.
people know. No, that's fine. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm trying to see if I can find the clip of it. So right here,
it's horrible.
Yes.
Here, okay. So, an incredible development. Jeannie from Target has raised $125,000 after she got harassed by a leftist for wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt while working. So, this is the clip right here.
Why?
They let you wear that shirt here?
Yes.
So
Why? Why are you taking my picture?
why are you wearing that shirt? You're working. It's not
It's
a
a
Target
red
shirt.
shirt. I can wear any red shirt.
It's not a plain shirt.
It doesn't have to be
It's a Charlie Kirk shirt.
Yes. Oh, yes, I know.
Are you fucking stupid?
No.
Why the fuck would you wear that? You're at work at Target. That's not a Target shirt. It's not a plain red shirt. You support a racist.
I don't know how many times I've gone into a fucking Target and seen the Target employee with pronouns on their fucking name tag, with gay flags all over their shirts and trans bullshit. Yet one person wears Charlie Kirk and you got a woke white woman freaking the fuck out, harassing an old lady. This is the left right here. This is why it's never about equality. It's always about special treatment with these fucking freaks. Let's continue.
It gets worse.
It's not racist.
You support a racist.
He's not a racist.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he fucking is.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand here and argue with
You're not.
you.
You should go
over
get your manager. You should not be allowed to wear that at work. Unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable.
That's your opinion.
No, the opinion is he's a fucking racist and you support him.
That's your opinion, ma'am.
And you
Have a
shouldn't.
nice day.
You should not be allowed to wear that. This is going to be taken above your fucking head. That's insane.
Have a
Insane.
nice day.
Wait, there was more. All right, there was
Was there
more.
more? If you can find it, pull it up. If you can find it, pull it up.
It was right at the end. She basically calls this old lady. She goes, "You're a piece of." She says the cuss word. That's what she says. She yells at the lady at the very end, and it's like, so this crazy white hag right here wants this lady fired at Target for wearing that shirt. So now that she's being exposed, somebody else started to go for her. I think it's over $100,000 now for this lady. Turning Point USA producer and editor also said that she's trying to reach out to this lady to help her and maybe send her something, you know, if she got fired or anything like that. Target hasn't made a statement. They did find out that this lady is a nurse, of course, right, in the medical field. And you know what the internet does when they're mad. They're just like, call them. Well, they've deleted all their tweets. They've the whole thing. She suspended her Twitter and TikTok account. This white crazy lady, her employment place have like suspended, like turned off all their thing as well. And then they made one statement saying, "Hey, we understand that there was an employee that had a little mishap on social media, and we're looking into, the whole, that stupid thing that they put out. We just want you to know we're looking into the matter, and please don't call our office and complain about her because we have real patients, What if you freaking have a Charlie Kirk shirt on and you go into that medical area and is this lady not going to see you? Is she going to harm you? Is she what is she going to do? Like if you had a MAGA hat on or something and you go in there to receive medical attention, You know, this aggravates me. So there's a
Mhm.
picture out there. Her and her husband just posted a picture of her husband putting 2 fingers standing next to a Charlie Kirk sign up to his neck.
Wow.
And yeah, so it's like that's who these people are. You know,
What?
these deranged freaking people. That's exactly who they are.
Woke
Oh yeah, there's a
white
thing
women.
from the
Yeah, so that's the company she works for, I believe, right? Is that
yes,
the company?
yeah,
So,
that's right.
I will say that I don't want to pounce on Target too much, but because I do like the fact that this lady was allowed to wear that shirt is obviously a good thing. But if this would have been a Target employee that was dealing with racism, if this was a non-white employee that had to deal with someone saying something racist to them, that they could virtue signal, Target would have released a statement immediately talking about how they stand with their people of color employees. Like they would have jumped on that shit immediately. You know they would have.
So here is, can I share this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is her husband. You see how like this is her that posted it with her husband in front of like a Trump. You see, like, you know, because Charlie got shot in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
So he's mocking Charlie Kirk. These people are freaking sick
man.
and deranged. You
Absolutely
know?
insane.
Now, I don't know if this is true.
You got something else to share?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't know if this is true. I have to get this confirmed. But according to this post right here, this guy Matt says, my wife works at the hospital, and that woman that did that harassment was fired today, and her husband Jose, and they have a large Mexican flag in front of their house. She's a proud activist. So yeah, she is actually an activist for the Mexican flag. When she's not working, there's this whole thing about her where she goes to places that don't allow, like that are not flying the Mexican flag. She goes there and she's an advocate for them to put the Mexican flag out in front of schools, in front of churches, in front of other buildings. Like that's what she does in her off time. Is just like it's like you can't make this up, man. Like these people are freaking crazy, dude.
They are crazy, and this
It's
is like you're all these people. There is no discussion to be had with these freaks under any circumstance. That's why you hear people trying to denounce you, like when people are calling them out, like you should have a conversation. Fuck a conversation. They are not looking for a conversation. They're not looking for any type of common ground or anything like that. They want you dead. They want you dead. And if you do not bend the knee 100% to them in every way, shape, or form, they want you dead. That is the bottom line with this. And the sooner people understand that, the better off everybody's going to be. Stop trying to work with them. Let me bring this person on so I can understand where they're coming from. No, fuck that. They want you dead. Operate as that's how they want you to be. Because
exactly.
If you do open up any type of conversation with these freaks, do you know what's about to happen? You're going to have to bend in every way, shape, or form, or they will call you a racist. And you clearly are already sensitive to that because you're wanting to try to have a conversation with them due to their threats of saying, I'm going to label you X, Y, or Z. It's a lose, lose, lose across the board, period. So that's crazy though, man. I'm glad that we're getting more clarity on that. I'm glad that it has backfired gloriously. We've seen this happen time and time again. That old lady wasn't doing anything. She's sitting there doing her fucking job.
She was doing her job. She was picking up clothes. Her job is like apparently, you know how like people take a shirt off the rack and they put it on the wrong rack because they don't want to buy it.
I mean,
you know,
dude,
and she was just cleaning up. So it was just, yeah, you're right. She wasn't hurting anybody. And this freaking hag comes out of nowhere calling her stupid, calling her a racist, just harassing her. And then it's like, we're going to get your manager. She wanted that lady fired. She wanted that old lady fired and taken out of the store. And now watch, when she gets fired, if she gets fired, she's going to cry and play victim and boo-hoo, whatever. And it's who they. I am so over these people. It's just like I just saw my grandmother there. It's like someone harassing my grandmother. No, I ain't standing for that crap.
Well, it's just like I was at I can't remember. I might have been at a Publix a couple days ago. I can't remember. The employee clearly had some mental problems. That's all I'll say. Clearly was confused as to what this person's gender was. But with that said, they were nice. You know what I mean? So I was just like, thank you. Have a good day. I wasn't sitting there like screaming at this person because I clearly think that you're mentally deranged, because that's not what a normal person does.
Right.
Now, do I like it? No. And I think that it's bullshit. Like that 99% of the time when I have been in a retail establishment or anything like that, 99.9% of the time, honestly, every time but this old lady, I have the people that are wearing any propaganda messaging is always on the left. I've never seen somebody wearing a fucking MAGA hat in a Target, even though it's red. I've never seen that. And I don't think you could, by the way. I don't think you as a Target employee could wear a MAGA. I couldn't wear this sweatshirt as a Target employee right now, even though it's red. But these mother effers can wear trans flags, gay flags, their pronouns, all of that shit. And we just have to deal with it. And we do because we're decent people. You don't go up and yell at an employee because it's the company's responsibility to implement these policies. And you worked jobs in the past. I've worked jobs in the past. I never had the opportunity to wear even a fucking sports t-shirt into my job.
To keep it plain.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. Fucking Charlie Kirk in the wild, and an old lady gets harassed. That's
what they do. It's like they pick on the weak. Well, at least that's what they think. They pick on the weak and the ones that probably won't fight back. Well, I gotta say, Jeremy, you might be a professional and you don't like to bully or anything like that. So I think we need to address a little bit of Democratic bullying. Let's just keep the show balanced. Have you met Democratic Benjamin Shar, who is running? He's running.
He's never ran a day in
or
his
Iowa
life.
State House.
He's never ran a day in his life.
He issued a long statement condemning bullying. Sorry, my mouse is a little.
He has never ran a day in his life.
He says people bullying him distract from issues like healthcare, education, and the economy. So, he put out a statement. He's from a place called Dunlap. Sorry.
Hold on, Jay. Go back. My worldview has been shattered. For as long as I have been on this earth, Jay, I have had the belief of something. I have rejected the idea. But I stand here before you today, willing to admit that I was wrong about something, Jay.
Yeah.
Men can apparently get pregnant. Men can get pregnant. I am sorry to all of the emojis that were added for Android and Apple. I apologize to all of the pronoun people. Men apparently can get pregnant. So there you have it.
I'm just saying he needs to be the bigger man in all this bullying, That's all I'm saying. Like, he's got a pretty good statement here. Over the last few days, there's been an intense wave of online bullying, smear tactics centered around my weight. People are bold behind a screen. They ridicule, speculate, and make small-minded, nasty, and hateful statements and do so proudly. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't change a dang thing about who I am or the good I've done or have yet to do. It doesn't replace the thousands of hours I poured into my community.
I thought he was like poured food into my mouth. That's what I thought he was gonna. The thousands of hours that I poured food into my mouth.
Apparently, there's 4 buffets in his town. So there's a lot of hours being spent. Sorry. Try to keep it professional. It doesn't take away from the amazing course I've helped set Dunlap on. How do you live in a place called Dunlap? It doesn't ease the 10 years of concerts and plays and student council events with my students. Apparently, he's a teacher. And all it does is reiterate the fact that I've struggled with my weight my entire life. Something millions of Americans can also relate to. Listen, the only time I see people like that is at Disney World. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Cheap shots like this campaign are just that cheap. They give no value to the world and certainly don't help a state that's desperately in need of true leadership that will address the most pressing issue, adequate access to health care. Well, it's going to need it in a few years. Education reform. I mean, gym is part of education. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, you definitely missed gym class. An economic cliff, just to name a few. These mediocre attempts to bully do nothing but strengthen my resolve. My course has not changed, and I still intend to run this race. I intend to run the race. Sorry,
Honestly,
my mouse is...
I would vote for him if he says, I intend to roll this race. Because there's no way you're running, bro, in any way, shape, or form. How much does this dude weigh? How much? I need to know.
I don't know, dude.
Bro, that's got to be photoshopped. There's no way.
I brought this up because we don't condone online harassment or bullying, especially people that are running.
Under no circumstance do we condone any type of harassment or bullying or anything like that.
Keep your chins up, man.
Just listen. Is that Photoshop for real? Like, it has to be Photoshopped. It has to be, Jay.
Bro, he's running the race.
What? He's not running shit. What's his name?
His name is Benjamin Shar.
Doesn't even sound like a real fucking name. It doesn't even sound like a name.
Hold on. Jeremy, here's the video. Wait.
This guy's made up through Chat GPT.
No, he's not here. Here's the video.
Holy shit.
I'm offering my endorsement to Ben Shower because
I value education. I demand health care for all Iowans, regardless of where they live. And I want to revitalize our rural communities.
These are super, super important for our district, super important to me. And I know Ben is the guy to get them done. Let's get him elected, guys.
He's real, dude. And he's super, super, super ready to get the job done. Oh man. I'm just saying.
I didn't expect a lisp. Holy
healthcare,
shit.
huh?
He's got a lisp. He's got a lisp.
I know.
He's gay and he's fat. Oh.
Yeah. Jeremy, be the bigger man. Sorry. I shouldn't be laughing, man. But
okay, listen, I'm going to take that seriously. I'm going to be the bigger man. I'll get back to you in a month after I eat double cheeseburgers 3 times a day. And I might can be the bigger man.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to mess up the show. Someone says, Grok, how much do you think Ben Shar weighs? Grok says, based on the photos, I estimate 354 pounds. I'm sorry, dude. Oh,
it's more than that, bro. It's more. It's more than
huge. That. Oh man,
I don't even know what the fuck to do with that.
Listen, it's okay if you live in large and in charge. You know, some people a little pudge here and there. It's all right. I know. I speak from experience. That is a serious problem. That's a serious problem. It's a little bit bigger than you should be, I think. You know. Anyway, let's see. We'll keep an eye out and see if
that's no moon. Yeah. So let's go back to Trump's announcement really quick. Do you think that Trump leaked the Venezuela thing in order to get every single network to cover his press conference. I'm seeing a lot of people.
Surprise me.
Look what Michael Knowles says right here. He pulled a war in Venezuela fake out to make the networks broadcast all of his first-year wins in prime time, all in front of cozy Christmas decorations at the White House. Simply the best media manipulator ever to hold office.
That's why I just said, like, did Tucker say that just to help him get on every network? I don't know if Tucker like even knew anything, but it's like that definitely helped because I did too. That's why I was like, do you mind if I hop on? Because I was thinking he's going to be like, well, we're going in, we're sending in troops right now and we're going to take over Venezuela. I was like, I was for certain, but he didn't really even mention anything.
So funny, dude. It's so funny because we all were like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? You had all of the libertarians going, oh, another war from the anti-war presidents. Like they were all freaking out.
Yeah.
And regardless of like if you believe this or not, like this last line is absolute fact. Trump is the greatest media manipulator ever. And it's not even the greatest to ever hold office. He's the greatest media manipulator to ever exist.
Easy.
Nobody manipulates them like him.
Easy.
Nobody. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. He is the master of it. And so, yeah, to see them freaking out is pretty damn great.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, he keeps them like 4 steps back.
He really does, man. He really does.
It's crazy. And then they'll get on their news networks and like they're all ready to. The only thing that they could really say is, wow, he really is pro-military. He's giving all our military all these checks. And what else can they say, you know?
Oh,
they'll get on there and say all kinds of stuff that's just. I like when like freaking like Don Lemon and all these other CNN, they go out and they want to talk to the common man and they just totally get schooled by people.
Yeah.
I think Trump's doing a good job. Yeah, my gas is great. I love the guy. And you're like, I need to keep asking till I find the one clip that I could post where somebody hates him.
And I saw someone in the chat. And obviously, we were listening to Trump, so I wasn't going to respond. But I did put it in the memory bank up here.
Oh.
Someone said when he announced giving the military the checks, someone said, what about the rest of us? The rest of us can enjoy our freedom because the fucking military allows it. So shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and have some respect for the fucking military.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous statement said probably by a fucking TikTok loser. Okay. Like, fuck you. Miss me with that noise. I don't know who it was. I did see the comment go by. I'm like, what about the rest of us? Fuck you.
Get it next year. $2,000.
That's right. So,
because you're probably broke.
No, I mean, it's just like, I very much respect our military, our first
Absolutely.
responders, police officers, fire department, all of that. Like, they do a thankless job that never, ever, ever gets the respect it deserves. And in fact, more often than not, just gets criticism whenever there's something that goes wrong. And we ignore the 99% of the time where they're out there keeping our streets safe and all of that. But the one time something goes wrong, they get completely annihilated. People go off on them. They hold them accountable when one random cop does something, and then the media builds a narrative. Thank God we don't have Barack Hussein Obama, who did nothing but shit all over the police officers.
Yep.
The Summer of Love and the George Floyd thing basically put us in a situation where we had a ton of police officers that literally couldn't even do their job because, oh man, God forbid you question a fucking criminal and you get accused of being a racist. God forbid that a criminal pulls a gun on a cop and the cop has to respond, and the cop is the one that gets his entire family doxxed and harassed. It's insane. It's insane what we were dealing with. So I'm just sick of it. But
no, you're right. They've been mistreated forever. And then then you get these politicians coming out like, we got to defund them. The brave men of the blue, it's like, let's defund them. Let's take away their money. Let's take away everything because they're terrible people. Defund the police. They're terrible. The police are terrible. But boy, who are the first ones they call when they got problems?
That's right.
It's freaking crazy, time. Man. It's freaking crazy. I hope it works out for all of them. I really do.
Absolutely. So. Let's see. We got incoherent name for $50. Let me pull this up really quick. Where are we at here? He says, if you believe Alex Jones, and I do, Trump's got proof that Venezuela helped steal 2020, and the evidence will be presented sometime in January after the holidays. Don't expect any moves against Venezuela until then. If true, that is worth a war, in my opinion. Well, listen, man. I love Alex Jones. Alex Jones has been a little chaotic since Trump took office. He's been kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
He's been spewing a lot of things that are just like, what the hell are you talking about? And so he's not the same. Like, Alex Jones getting back on Twitter and being embraced by the new mainstream, not the old mainstream, because clearly he still is not on YouTube and shit like that, but like being embraced by the masses again. He's been kind of out there on a lot of stuff. With that said, Alex Jones will always have my respect. But I don't know, man. Sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Where are you at?
Yeah, it's just it's a little like, I'll just wait for that to be confirmed.
Yeah, like and like when Alex Jones tweeted out a picture of Trump as George W. Bush during the Iran stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like at that point, I'm like, dude, seriously? So but he's a legend.
Yeah,
he always will be a legend. So no matter what happens, Alex Jones, you go back to 25 years ago, dude was like predicting everything. There's stuff that he predicted that is just absolutely insane. Back then, you're like, this dude's nuts, but he wasn't. He was actually on point. He was on point. But all right, I gotta get some super chats. Jay, you gonna hang out with me?
Just for a minute, yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Got that one. Narco says, here's a small part of my 1776 bonus for the mods, for the good work they are doing in the chat right now. Mod Lives Matter, LFG, Merry Christmas. Look at that. Thank you, Narco.
That's
thank
awesome.
you so much. Deacon says, thank you, Don. Also, thank you, Mr. President. Look at that. The Don.
Shout out to you, Deacons.
Miniature Von Thing says, this speech reminds me of when Trump baited the media with the scoop that he was about to talk about Obama's birth, got CNN to cover him getting endorsements, then ended with Obama was born in the U.S. Dude is next level, man. He really is. Marmalade says, Mofo has Dunlap disease, and he is from Dunlap. You can't make this shit up. Holy Lord, homie has a whole extended awning over his bottom half. Only seen his legs and what in pictures. I bet he's never seen his penis. That's the thing that guy has in common with women. Neither one of them have seen his penis. Okay. He hasn't seen it and a woman hasn't seen it. So he's got that going for him. Marlon says he ain't running for Dunlap County. He is Dunlap County. Graham Robbins for 20 says, just saw our evacuation levy or leave over the White River was downgraded about an hour ago. Looks like we'll not get flooded or have to evacuate. Finally, some good news. Now I can get my guitars out of the attic.
Is that Graham?
Yeah, it's Graham. Yeah,
Graham. We've been following that, brother.
Yeah. Damn, man. Well, that's good news. That's very good news. So prayers up for you, man.
Yeah.
So, man, crazy stuff. Somebody said, "Oh, Jeremy, since you have mentioned you wanted to try and get more into hockey, Nick Saban just became a partial owner of the Nashville Predators." I saw that earlier. Jay Hamilton says Candace Owens. Oh, I got that one earlier. MAGA Mike says Candace is massively multi-million-dollar professional mean girl who just is playing her own game, and really dumb people fell for it. Again, I have no problem with Candace, man. I respect the grift. I ain't mad at Candace. I just think it's funny that all the retards that I keep calling retarded are the ones over there eating up Candace's bullshit. And I'm like,
yeah, I don't keep up with her. That's the thing.
I respect it.
But yeah, what can you do?
I respect the grift. VJ the Vigilant says, how much you want to bet Eric had some dirt on CEO Candace Owens? Ministry of Wrong Things says, Jeremy and Candace seeing each other at the next Mossad meeting. She'll probably be there. Daniel Moore says, get the Don in here. Zero says,
right
Don
here.
3PO tax. Cristobal says, it feels like Megan's favorite word is fuck. MAGA Mike says the U.S. House just passed legislation to criminalize trans surgeries, hormones, and treatments for minors 216 to 211 per Nick Sortort. I did see that. I did see it. Phil says, how much to make this stop? $500. I don't even know what we're talking about.
I think playing Candace Owens.
Jay Hamilton says, Jeremy, you get this super chat just for that thumbnail. Thank you. I appreciate that. I worked very hard on stealing other people's Photoshop and then putting it together as my own. Storm Shadow says, Trump will discuss Bongino stepping down. Glass breaks. Then Stone Cold Bongino comes out to talk about a can of whoop A55 on the deep state. Yeah, well, he didn't, but that would have been cool. I saw people posting pictures of Dak Prescott, and they're like, man, hate to hear Dan Bongino stepping down. I'm like, damn. Daniel Moore says, Jay wants to come on. Taters Vivo says, YouTube recommended me Kramer at the Laugh Factory, and I couldn't help but think of Ryan getting angry at the movie theater. Slain Hope says, this is Trump's third term. The Dems stole 20. The Demons stole 2020.
Yeah.
MAGA Mike says, Trump also deleting cartel drug smugglers that poison and kill our neighbors on a daily basis. How is he not making our lives better? He absolutely is. Zinni Biscuit says, this channel is like a multi-car pile-up. It's awful, and you watch it anyway. Thank you.
I like that's a compliment.
I appreciate that's the nicest thing someone has said about this channel today, Zinni. And this is after our script got leaked, which I was very upset about. But I really appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Thank you. MAGA Mike says, Pete Hegseth is dominating, though, just now breaking. Even more narco-terrorist boat runners were just taken out. Fuck fentanyl. Fuck cartels. Hell,
I don't know if you showed or even cared to play the Pete Hegseth clip where he's bringing back like chaplains, and he did that yesterday. Franklin Graham and they were all a part of like this. It was awesome to see. He actually went through restoring chaplains to the military, because what was put in place was like self-help books instead. So he's restoring the honor of a chaplain in the military, which for me, I think that's freaking amazing. Mm-hmm. So it's like we're getting away the self-help book stuff and like putting the chaplains back in the military. He made a big speech on it and everything. We played it. It was freaking awesome. So
hell yeah, man. Pete Hegseth is crushing it. He is absolutely crushing it. By the way, I would donate 1,000 if Jeremy grew a mullet. It has to be a full mullet. What the fuck do you think is on my head right now?
It's a full mullet.
Look at this thing.
It's a full mullet.
What do you think that is? Give me my 1,000 right now.
It's rough, dude.
Give it to me right now. I want it.
I saw him on a roller coaster, and when that that hair was like,
yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Ryan looked at me and was like, when Ryan has no words, you know it's something.
Pay up. All right, let's see here. Yeah, we can drop the PayPal, or if you want the Streamlabs, put it in the chat, pin it. I got it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I don't know, man, dude. I was very close to shaving my head the other day. I am sick
It
of
gets
this
to that
shit.
point, doesn't
I
it?
am sick of this shit, dude. I don't like it. I don't like this shit at all. I am tired of it. MAGA Mike says, I like his energy right now. Leon
Yes.
with those 5, get the memberships. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate that. Sean also says, Venezuela rigged 2020 election. Trump wants revenge. Midget Menace says, Bongino and Cash are basically operating similarly to the combined Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Dude, where's my car? Slane Hope says, Mossad said, saying Hanukkah or they are DM'd you. Bubba Doom says, don't forget, Trump isn't Bush. It'll be okay. Matt Frog says, Trump is declaring Pacific Rim greatest movie ever made.
Did he?
Matt Frog. Matt Frog. We got to have a conversation, brother. Okay.
Pacific Rim.
Like, I Pacific Rim is fine. Okay. But greatest movie ever made? Like, you're going to need to go over to Criticlist and do your
That's
review.
a heck of a statement.
That's a heck of a statement, okay? Ladybug says, bring it in, Jay, or we riot.
Hey, I'm right here.
Slane Hope says, you're both grifters, but you give us our money's worth. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, that's nice.
It's a lot of nice comments tonight.
That's what you get when you bring me on. You get nice comments.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, you're a grifter, but at least you give us our money's worth. Hey, Jeremy, this is a train wreck, but at least it's worth looking at. Like, these are amazingly nice comments. Doing
Love to
something
see it.
right. Doing something right. Bird Up says, I noticed Jay.
Hey,
Lying
thank you.
Dog-faced pony soldier with a get the membership. Lying dog-faced pony soldier with a $5 and says nothing. CG says, did you hear about the new Melania film? It was previewed on Fox and Friends. Melania, the film, out January 30th, apparently. I did see that on Twitter. JDT says, my 2 favorite New York Knicks. I'm not saying what he said because I will probably slip up and say a different word.
Gavin Newsom just tweeted about his speech.
What did he say? What did he say?
Do you want me to show it, or you want?
Yeah. You show it. You show it.
Oh Lord.
That is honestly accurate. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Why are people surprised that Trump is arrogant and likes to talk about himself?
I know. I don't get it.
This is what he does. We are 10 years into this. This is what we love about Trump. Jeez, man. They just don't get it, bro. They don't get
And
it.
they don't know. Their memes are hard. Did you see, like, Gavin tweeted, like, when he was, like, all stretched in some weird pose? I was like,
Oh,
these,
yeah.
These people don't know they don't know how to, like, meme. They don't get it.
I'm going to try to, let's see. I got something. I'm going to respond to him. Let's see. I got to find the right picture. Because, like, go ahead.
No, I think he's a little worried because he just tweeted now. He goes, that could have been an email. He's like, that could have been an email. I think he's trying to do something because he's losing in the polls to AOC.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy that you're losing to AOC.
It's pretty bad. Let's see here. Okay, so here's my response right here. Here's my response. Yes. I mean, come on, man. Of course that's what Trump did tonight. That's what Trump always does. Why would we be surprised that Trump talked about himself and bragged about himself? It's literally what he's been doing for his entire fucking life. The man has put his name on buildings in gold his entire fucking life. This is what he does.
You can get the Trump gold card for $5 million with his face on it and become a citizen. I mean, you can sign up your children to the Trump fund that he just announced with Let's not talk about the wife of Mr. Dell, but we'll just, that was a little shocking moment.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's like, what? Like, how do you not know this?
I mean, God, they hate with it. Like, he just He sets a trap and then they walk right into it.
Yes.
Then they get mad that they walked into the trap. And it's an unbelievable cycle, dude. It really is.
JD gets them just as bad too. It's like
I
when
know
JD
it.
laughs at their memes, they're like, he's not supposed to be laughing at that. Why is he laughing? He's stupid. I hate him.
Pork Chop Express says that the opposite of Christopher Reeves. It's Reeve, not Reeves, by the way, but she said Reeves. Christopher Walken. Lol. Sorry. No disrespect to Christopher Reeve in this chat ever. Mr. Plow 199 says, watch out, Jay's got a loaf stuck in his throat. Dead 3187 says the quote way back boys are back together. Jay Hamilton says, to all the Trump haters in the chat, cope harder. Figs, Trump 2028, MAGA 199. Packet Protest says Trump can't have a press conference without Proctor, Captain Lassard, Captain Harris, and with the mad, I'm not going to say that because it'll sound like I'm saying something else. But yeah, Police Academy, legendary. Southeastern Kaiju says Trump has Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself. Energy, pretty much. Ministry of Wrong Things says, P.S. We're going to war. Josie says, today's gasoline in Los Angeles dipped below $4 for the first time in 2.5 years. It's happening even in a county state like Cali. Tinhead says, I like the veterans getting their check, but it's not enough. There needs to be a few zeros added to the end of that number. I agree. Glenn Jones says, Europe is hell-bent on failing. The U.S. Patriots are the modern-day Templars. James says, guess Tucker was wrong. Too much BS being shared. Minister of Home Things says, Trump played the media again. Ha, ha, ha. Slain Hope says, what the F? No war. I was told there'd be war. Hashtag robbed. MAGA Mike says, I agree with Jay. Net Sealer says, that was what I voted for. Trump 2028. Slain Hope says, the left's Joe Rogan is Tucker and Candace F them. GP and Baylor says, gas prices in Oklahoma City is $1.99. That's what I'm talking about. James says, MTG just realized he is America first. Slain Hope says, this is the problem with drama farmers like Candace and Tucker. They don't have to give results or be right. They just need to create drama to get paid. Packet Proton says, did we get the mass Islamist deportation announcement? Narco says, Jay is 100% on point. The nurse will get fired because she has become a liability for her company due to exactly what Jay is talking about. Fuck around, find out.
Cheers.
Sly Rice says, perfect example of the party that claims to have the moral high ground and then constantly pulling things like this. Big Who says, I donated earlier, just checked. It's 180,000 now. Let's go. Oh, the GoFundMe from earlier? Hell yeah. Lying Dog Face says, TDS can lodge in the lizard section of the sufferer's brain and disrupt all logic and humanity. Dude, like TDS was like, I think it started out as a meme, but we are truly like, it's not a meme anymore. Like TDS is a real disease.
Crazy, dude.
It is absolutely crazy. It destroys people's lives. It destroys their family. It destroys their relationships. It is crazy. It destroys their ability to function in day-to-day life.
Yes.
Like, this is not a meme anymore, and it hasn't been for a long time. TDS is a legit real disease.
Bro, these people just cry and they stay home and they're afraid and they're angry and they think like they're gonna blow up. Like, I don't know. It's just the craziest thing I've ever seen. This TDS on people, and they shave their head and they just like, it's oh my goodness. It's just it is a real disease that probably they need to go find some help.
They really do.
We react to some of that stuff, and you're just like, this can't be like, the TDS is so bad on some of these people. I mean, freaking Nick Foley. Nick Foley separates himself from did you see his statement? What?
Oh, Mick Foley.
Mick Foley. What I say, Nick?
You said Nick Foley. I'm like, who the hell is Nick Foley?
Separates himself from the WWE.
Mick Foley, yes.
Over their relationship with Trump, but he's okay with having a relationship with Vince, a guy who poops in girls' faces and stuff like that's okay with you, Mick? Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. That's okay with you, Mick?
Yeah.
But Trump is bad?
And
because he had a mean tweet you didn't like? Are you freaking kidding me? These people are insane.
Well,
I
again,
met Mick.
we're at a point. So I thought Trump's tweet about Rob Reiner was not good optics at all, not helpful, not beneficial. Very funny to see Trump be Trump, but not beneficial, not helpful. Then the reaction happens, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care.
I didn't care
I'm
either.
fine with
I
it
didn't
now.
care.
I'm fine with it now.
I'm
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm watching this lady scream at a grandmother, you know, and like I'm like, this is who they are. This is who these TDS people. I didn't care. That's why I didn't even comment. I was just like, whatever. That's just y'all gonna get bent out of shape.
Well, again, this is
over
the
that.
thing though. So like Trump makes this tweet, okay? I think universally people were like, yeah, probably not the best thing to say, Trump. Probably not the best thing to say. That lasted all of about an hour. And then the left started to hyperventilate and freak out. And any credibility of criticism of Trump's tweet has been completely buried by their meltdown over it. So now it doesn't even matter. Nobody cares. So everybody that was criticizing Trump's tweet, now they're like, yeah, we don't care anymore. Fuck you. We don't care.
I just like where was that energy with when Charlie was killed? Like, where was that energy for all that? And calling out your side of the coin. It's just they don't see it. They use that verbiage, that violent verbiage where they use words like threat, a threat to you, a threat to your family, a threat. They call us these horrible names, right? That have no meaning anymore. And these TDS people think that in their mind that they're doing a good service by eliminating people that are on the MAGA side. They are like eliminating from their job, you know, all that stuff. These are the same people that go out and are like, I don't want you to have Thanksgiving dinner if someone in your family is a MAGA supporter. Like you shouldn't have anything to do with them. If your parents are MAGA supporter, you should disown them and like never speak to them again. It's like insanity, absolute insanity.
Yep. My goodness, man. Wild times we're in, and we're just getting started because we got several more years.
No, but that's the thing. They start with this, and then they go to the next thing. Soon it'll be the Bible is nothing but hate speech, right? And Christians are nothing but hate. And then they'll go to the next thing, and they'll just keep pushing, and they'll keep pushing, and they'll keep pushing until they get everything they want and live in this weird utopia that in their mind thinks it's a beautiful place to live in, but it is a chaos and horrific socialist stuff. If they really love socialism that much, they should just get on the first plane and go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be right back here real quick.
Yep.
Like Morris, listen, not to take over the show. That who's the guy that won the mayor of New York?
Zamdani.
Yeah, Zamdani. He was on with Noah.
It's Momdani, but I call him Zamdani.
Or whatever.
Momdani.
Yeah, he was on like the Comedy Central with that guy Noah, another TDS person, the comedian, not very funny. He's like, this is how we're going to stop crime. I don't know if you saw this clip. This is how we're going to stop crime in New York. We're going to the free buses is going to stop crime. He says, because when there is when you get on a bus and you got to pay for your bus fare, that box, I forgot what it was called. He goes, when that's on a bus, it triggers people and bus drivers get attacked and those boxes get ripped out. And so there's a lot of crime. So when we remove those features where you don't have to pay for the bus anymore, then there won't be any crime because there'll be nothing for people to steal. So isn't that a smart thing to do? And you're like, what? What kind of, that's the dumbest thing ever. It's like, you know how you stop crime? You lock away the criminals.
That's
Like,
way
that-
too. That's
that's
way
like-
too complicated for these
No,
people.
you say these are the rules that you have to follow. All right. If you don't follow those rules, you get to live here. It's pretty simple, but no, they try to do everything in their power. They're like, let's remove the money box on the buses, and then no one will want to steal them. So the crime will stop. You see how that makes sense? Then it goes to the next one. If you don't have to pay for your groceries, then no one will rob the grocery store because there'll be no money in there. Then they'll go to the next one and the next one. So you have full-blown socialism, and it's like, then you have nothing, you own nothing, and you will sit there and be happy. But look, there's no crime, right? It is such crazy thinking, and
I
people
know.
are out there smiling and applauding like this is good. It's I can't believe it. I can't believe people just don't sit back and go, why don't you just lock up the criminals? You know, look at El Salvador. New guy comes in, he's like locking up every criminal.
Absolutely.
And now look, safest country in the entire planet. It's like imagine. Anyway, rant
I love
over.
it. No. I love that the stupidity is on Front Street for so many people. You know, you can't even deny it anymore.
The guy from Rumble just posted. He says, Dan, how do you say his last name?
Bongino?
Yeah, he's like, he's gonna break the live chat. I can't wait. Is he going live on Rumble already?
No, I think when like in January, I would assume. I don't know. I can't imagine he's going live tonight. I mean, he's still got a job to do. Sharing it?
I got it.
That's
the Rumble guy, right?
Yeah. He probably means when Dan goes live after he steps down, because he's serving until January, so we won't see that until January. So
the Rumble people are probably having a party right now.
Yeah. Who's that one guy though that took over for him? Does that guy lose his channel now? So
yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, because like that one guy, that ugly guy, took over for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's his name? Vince or something? He's ugly as fuck. So, I mean, he just is. Like, he's an ugly dude, man. Like, I kept seeing that dude pop up on my feed, and I'm like, who is this guy that has all these fucking millions of fucking subscribers? I've never heard of this guy, and he's ugly as shit. And turned out it was like he took over for Dan Bongino. I'm like, oh, so he just took over Bongino's audience. Okay. So, but anyway, so does he keep it and Bongino starts from the ground up, or does this guy take over back? Does Bongino take back? Like, I don't know, man. So, Glenn Jones says, Jay, give us your best Crockett black woman, no plantation voice. I think we'll pass on that one. Brian says, Jay, keep arm curling them dripping fishes. It's making you a valuable asset for chunky bros with much knowledge.
The greatest clip Trump ever said was, I like the fish. But you got to have more tartar sauce on it. And oh man, I was celebrating. I was like, that's the dripping fish. The greatest Trump clip ever. He just stops his speech and looks at the guy. He's like, I like the fish. You remember that speech, right?
Yes,
The McDonald's
yes,
speech. The greatest
yes.
thing ever.
Phil says, I just bought a We Are Charlie shirt just now because of that tag.
Shout out.
Robert says, Jay, you need to join the stream more.
Hey, I'll try.
Jay Hamilton says, that guy has more China than Chinese restaurant and more rolls than Olive Garden. Let's see here. The Gilk Man says, speaking as someone who is not MAGA person and never will be, I don't want people to lose their jobs. I love breaking bread with people, whether they're MAGA or not. Hail to you, Thomas, the Gilk Man.
Shout out, Thomas.
Yep. Shout out to Thomas. Let's see here. Clamum, I think they say it. What would Ryan say about Benjamin Shower Lols? I guess that's how you shower. How do you? What do you say?
Sure. I'm not sure. What would Ryan say? Ryan would scream and say pretty bad things.
That he would. Minister Volante says, when the Goodyear blimp retired, when did the Goodyear blimp retire and go into politics? Taters Vivo says he looks like he pulled him off LolCal Live. Midnight Light says, bro, that guy needs to run around the block. No way. Slain Hope says, dude's so gay that he took an entire man up the butt. Kevin Spears says, no dude will. Dude, what? Why would you type this?
Are these super chats?
Yes.
All for showing a fat man on the screen. I got to do that more often.
Why would you type this for $5? Why would that even be in your mind?
Oh.
Midnight Light says that Benjamin guy likes gives what is like Skittles, fake and gay, I think. Piano Dean says the thing about morbidly obese people is that the word obese doesn't quite capture what you are. Diet and exercise, and you could be obese. Glenn Jones says, after 9/11, New York voted for Mom Donnie. That place is lost. Final Halo says, I've tried to re-enlist 3 times under Trump, but I keep getting told no new wars. It means no need to get prior service guys. Ace Liberty says, respect for the Don. Hail Jeremy. I'm healing well. Glad to hear that, brother.
Ace is a guy who he had kidney surgery because I had cancer, and we've been keeping an eye on him. Great guy, always
Hell yeah.
supportive of all G&G channels and stuff like that. So I'm glad you're doing. I'm glad you're resting well, brother.
Hell yeah, man.
Keep
Good
us posted.
Stuff. Let's see. UP says, Jay, I need your permission for Sevi's hand in marriage.
Listen, been over this a few times. People want me to marry off the based women in the chat. Ladybug, I know, is in the chat. Someone sent me almost $200 if they had my permission to propose to her. I said yes, with that kind of money, of course. But you got to take it from there. All right, you got to take it from there. You know,
I will certainly give permission away for that type of money. I mean, absolutely.
Probably could have got a little more, but
I'll give up some phone numbers for that type of money. Okay,
I got Chris's number.
I got phone numbers right now I can drop. So highest bidder. Where you at, Bebop? Dead says mullet of figitude. G&G play highlight says Gavin every single day. Trump. Yeah, that's right. Olympian Products says Jeremy not beating the rainbow accusations with the give it to me now quote Jay straight and butter dish enthusiast. Lying Dog Faces Newsom said $5 gas over and over again. Glenn Jones says, do you guys like the Doors? I love that band. Jim, peace, bro. I like the Doors. So Marmilla says, I used to watch Bongino. He'd have 150,000 Rumble viewers, and Vince joined Bongino's company, Silverlock. He set up before he left. I think Bongino will just take that time slot back and move Vince to later. Okay.
Why do you think Bongino quit? In over his head?
I think so.
Yeah, he got in and didn't understand like what. It's easy to sit back and podcast things about what you would do, and then when you get in, you're like, well, I guess, you know.
Yeah, and I mean,
a little different.
And I still don't believe 150,000 viewers on Rumble is real. I think that's probably more like 30 or 40,000. I just being honest.
Listen, I've been live on Rumble, and it said I had like 35,000 people watching with 2 people commenting, and I'm like,
yep,
something's a little fishy. But I appreciate the numbers. It makes me look good.
Yeah, like listen, man, I got over my anger with the Rumble thing. Like, we got people that like watching us on Rumble. We're not leaving. As much as it would have been a good negotiation tactic from me, for the company, I probably could have got a fuck ton of money out of Rumble if I would have. But I won't. If it's going to take me being like that, then it's not even fucking worth it.
Yes.
So, you know, like we're just we're gonna do what we need to do. We're not gonna worry about handouts and contracts and all of that.
People have always taken care of us.
That's right.
At the end of the day.
As long as the people keep taking care of us, then we don't need to play that game. So I'm not gonna do that. Fuck. It pisses me off that that's the game you got to play, but I'm not gonna play that game. Discost says that dude looks like he swallowed a bean bag chair. Yikes. Mr. Plow says, how many leftists had problems with that guy that got voted in Virginia? They called for the death of his opponent, wife and children, and his supporters. Yep. Slain Hope says,
Mr. Plow?
In Cali,
you don't want to know
drivers,
that story.
I know that story. I know that story. In Cali, bus drivers just let people walk on for free. Lying dog face with a gifted membership. Slain Hope says bus drivers in Cali are also sealed in glass booth. Heavy D says that ass. Why? Wait, women watch Cobra Cast? Real women? That's the rumor. That's the rumor. Toddy says, let's see. Jay, Mars girl or no?
Mars girl.
Yeah. Anna G says 21 months supporting or 29 months supporting. Let's hope for another 12. Let's hope so. Thank you.
That's nice.
Maitu says that Candace Chat thinks she is a clone. That's amazing. VJ the Visitor says no one should ever listen to the Megyn Kelly show again. Well, I will for the grift. Rhino says court an extreme audience and they will eat you eventually every time. Every time.
Yeah.
John freaking Murdoch. Dawn 3PO tax.
Shout out.
Don't know about taking care of you, but here. Thank you, John. Freaking
Thank you. Shout out.
Murdoch. Let's freaking go. Let's see here. Hunter says, is Dan Bongino leaving the FBI next year? Yes, in January. Steven says, Daughter's Revenge coming soon. There you go, Jay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do your promo.
Yeah.
Look at that tattoo.
Yeah. It's if you didn't notice, the same logo right there. Daughter's Revenge coming out January. I want to say January 10th is the maybe not the exact date, but covers done by Rini Draws and a few others. So it's going to be an awesome pirate adventure featuring some people in the Fellowship. A lot of drawn people from the Fellowship, including the Tattoo Crew. So it's going to be fun time. A fun book.
Hell yeah. Let's see here. Craig Tang says, have you seen the James Fishback ad for Florida governor? I like him. I don't think I'm voting for Donald's in the primary, but I will be behind who wins. I know Asman responded to this, so everybody is jumping on the bandwagon. I don't know much about the James Fishback guy, so I haven't seen that ad, but I know Asman responded to it. TJ says, I used to be 700 pounds, half that now, still working on it, and I'm 6'3", and he is bigger than I ever was. Damn, bro, you're half that now?
That's awesome, man. That should be celebrated.
Respect. Massive respect. Heir to the Empire says Trump wouldn't put the U.S. in a war just before Christmas unless he's really had to, and would not put boots on the ground. Maria says, Big Fanny has a meltdown today in front of Congress. I heard about that. Sweet Potato says, Interstellar is the worst movie ever. Show more Kamala. Sydney Sweeney is mid. Shave your head. Nick Saban is the worst coach ever. Jay is a phony. Got it all out there.
Jay is a phony. Yeah, that's right.
There it is. Brian Stewart says, how much for Krista's number? What about Dan Vask?
Wait, you want Krista's
It's an
and Dan Vask?
Interesting dynamic you have there. I'm going to say, which one are you willing to give more money for? That's
I mean,
the
Dan
question.
Vask, we can start the bidding at $2.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say 99 cents for Dan's
Yeah,
number.
that's
right?
probably
So
yeah,
I'm not, I
$2 might be
wasn't
a little high.
Yeah. So, Doggy B!
Look at this guy right here.
Crap. I missed Jay on Cobra Cast.
Look at this guy.
Proper 199.
What I do for Jeremy. Look at that.
Proper 199. Dougie freaking B. And his Bears. Who
Bears
you guys
down.
playing this weekend? Who you playing this weekend? Is it the Packers again? You got some tough games. I know you're like your last few games. All I know, Doug, is you guys are doing better than Tua is right now.
Tua going to work for Publix.
Packers at home in Chicago. Let's freaking go. Toddy says Jay knows Mars, that expression. There you go.
Mars? It's way over my head. Help me out.
Kevin Spears says gay, greasy doo-doo donuts. What?
Okay.
We did get that, so we do have to.
I'm here for it.
So hang on. So this will make the chat happy. This will make the chat happy right here. Let me find it. Let's see. What?
I know. Doug, he says you're obligated. Boobs.
Yeah, I'm searching, and God, what a search! Jeez. I'm looking. I'm looking, Jay. Give me a minute. Can you give me like 3 minutes, Jay?
That's a long time. You need a long time.
It's gonna be multiple respecting sessions.
Keep your hands where we can see them, Jeremy. This is Doug B. I'm playing with a fidget spinner.
Yeah. Well, there was a particular interview that.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
sharing my screen. Okay, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Well, okay, so right there. I mean, while I'm searching, okay. So Sydney Sweeney's really healthy. Okay,
Yeah.
she's really healthy. And I think she's a very nice person. Don't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't care what she says.
I don't either. But dude, her wearing that white dress with the red lipstick
Freaking
was
gorgeous.
insane. Yeah. But she did an interview with that really annoying guy from Variety. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where he's like, the
Is it the
gayest.
Yeah.
And but he did a great interview with her. One of the best interviews.
Sure, he guzzled some stuff down later after the interview.
He came away from an interview going, I ain't gay no more.
Yeah.
I like women. If you want to cure the gay problem in America, just let them all look at Sydney Sweeney in person. Trump, if you could work on that, I think that would be a very, very, that would be beneficial to the country in a lot of different ways. But here it is. Okay, here it is right here. This is a good interview.
Thank you.
What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing custom Gallia.
That's a good interview right there. So just going to leave it there. Just going to leave that there. So Brian Stewart says, which number would I give more money for? Probably equal. I saw this one too, Jay. I got to show you this. I got to go to my.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
We're good. We're good right now. So, dude, Sydney Sweeney crushes Marilyn Monroe. Just saying. Chat's having fun. Do we even need to be here, Jay?
No.
Like, fuck it. Have a good night, guys. We'll talk to all of you later. We'll just let this play on repeat. And there's really, like, what's the point? This is new year, new me. Okay.
Yes.
New year, new me. So I'm just gonna do this show and just have Sydney Sweeney.
So
while I talk.
Sydney Sweeney posted something on Instagram, and I wrote, "Hello, would you like to be on my podcast?" as a comment on Instagram, and like a lot of people from the 199 found that they're all commenting. I was like, man, this is pretty. They like roasted me so hard, dude. It's pretty funny. I was like, if you go to the con and you need a con manager, Gina can write me a nice letter of approval. So,
oh man. No, I got to show you this. So you stream with Ryan more than anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me that this doesn't sound exactly like Ryan. Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready? Tell me this doesn't sound exactly like Ryan.
Hi, Nick. I hope you had fun in NYC this weekend. I was there too and had lots of fun. What's your go-to Cane's order? I'm
Chicken
curious what you get.
fingers.
Thanks for being so funny and doing our streams. Merry Christmas.
I get the chicken fingers. I think that's the only thing they sell.
Smoking 99 cent, $20. What are a few things you do as president if enough people supported you that you ended up in real power and leadership?
What do you get at Raising Cane's? So let's see. They have a 2-piece combo, a 3-piece combo, a 4. It's chicken nuggets. Fucking idiot. At Raising Cane's. The pizza. I love Raising Cane's stir fry and fucking pizza. You fucking stupid idiot. I get the fried chicken strips. That's all they. What do you get, the Caniac combo or the box combo? That's what you're asking me? You're asking me, do I get 4 or 5 chicken tenders? I have to know. I have to know. Do you get the 4-piece combo or do you get the 5-piece combo?
That is amazing.
You get it with the coleslaw. What is wrong with you people?
That is what he
You're
says all
retarded.
the time. What is wrong with you people? That's
You
what
have a
Ryan says all the
developmental
time.
disorder and you're retarded. And you should feel bad. You should feel bad for asking that. What do you get at Raising Cane's? What do you mean? What do I get? What's your Raising Cane's order? What? What's your Pizza Hut order? Pizza. What's your go-to when you go to Pizza Hut? Yeah, pizza.
Sometimes
That's no, the sushi's really.
Arian S. Wallace sent 20.
Sometimes Ryan will ask me something and I'm like trying to look up the next like clip or like thing we're gonna talk about, and I totally didn't hear what I wasn't like focused. And he looks at me, he's like, "What is wrong with you, Jay? What is wrong with you? Like, are you retarded?" He says the exact same word.
And then somebody followed up with him on it.
Was that a super chat he was reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then somebody follows up.
$20. Nick, I think people are asking your order because it's like a fan thing. You get the order the celebrity gets, like that MC Donald's meth shake thing.
Okay, but you got to understand about Raising Cane's. They literally only sell one thing. That doesn't make any sense. You asked me yesterday, what's your Raising Cane's order? I said, the only thing they sell is chicken fingers and French fries. That's it. I said, so what you're really asking me is how many chicken fingers do you get at the chicken finger restaurant? I said, you're asking me if I get 4 or 5 chicken fingers? And you're telling me, well, no, they're asking like what your celebrity order is. It's the same problem here. I'll tell you the menu at Raising Cane's. They have a combo with 3 chicken fingers, 4 chicken fingers, 5 chicken fingers, and chicken fingers between 2 pieces of bread. They sell the bread on the side, coleslaw, and fries. That is their menu. There is nothing else. There is no salad. There are no burgers. There are no beef products.
This is so Ryan,
There is no
dude.
pork.
It
There are
is.
no vegan products. It is a chicken finger store. They sell chicken fingers and chicken fingers on bread. They sell the
That's
bread.
so funny.
They sell French fries and coleslaw. And
He
that
won't
is it.
stop.
So if I'm going to Raising Cane's, I'm getting chicken fingers and sides, okay? That's my order, like everyone else at the drive-thru.
Jay, show this to Ryan. Listen,
It's like the McDonald's thing.
Ryan's
yeah, but
already
see, that's
seen it.
different because McDonald's
me.
has chicken, beef, fish, salad, breakfast, dinner, ice cream, cookies, okay? McDonald's has they have pancakes. So no, it's not the same.
Shit is so funny, dude. Holy shit.
you know what you should do? You know what you should do one day on Tuesday Night's Main Event? You should get one of those super chat readers and be like, Beardo, we don't need you anymore.
Honestly,
Hey, just let that thing.
I think I have to run it through OBS to do that.
Oh, okay.
But
I think that would be kind of
no, dude. I absolutely. I was thinking about that. Just fuck with Beardo, you know. So just let him know, like, dude, you're not good at this, and then I'll grift it. And I'll say if we make more in super chats tonight than we do when Beardo normally reads, then I'll just get rid of Beardo.
You know what's funny,
and then we'll make
though?
a fuck ton of money.
With those readers, though, it's like people just send like poo poo pee pee.
I know.
Just so they can hear it being read.
I'll try to find this one thing right here. It's so perfect. It was a comment that I saw. I bookmarked so many fucking things right now that it's hard to keep up with everything that I bookmark. But it was a Trump picture of yeah, here it is right here. Okay, so it's this picture here. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Then someone says, bro got perfect posture. Hold on. The next one is the best one. Look. Looks like he's about to float towards the scent of a freshly baked pie.
Yo, that's so funny, dude. That's like one of them old cartoons. Oh man, that's great. I love it.
He really does look like he's
I know, like the scent's just gonna pull him over. I wouldn't be surprised if someone put that comic clip in the comments section.
Oh man, freaking great, man.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's really good.
So memeable. Let's see. Yo, Jay, you forgot the Vic Mignogna thing, did you? Classic Mars was the topic.
I don't remember. I don't
I've heard the
remember what
name, but
I
I
did.
don't. I've heard like that name, but I don't know what's in reference to. So
I forgot.
Marmalade says someone needs to put Ryan's face over this. I'm dying laughing. Ryan's been doing this shit for fucking ever. So I'm not saying that he ripped off Ryan because it's not the case. Like they're the same, you know, they're the same mentality of like over analyzing someone, going off on them. Like, because I've been reacting to Fuentes so much, like I'm seeing so much Fuentes shit now in my timeline, and I see it and like, I'm sorry, it's fucking funny. Like the dude is funny as
it's
shit.
funny.
Like he just goes off on people. He had a super chatter, like asking him about he was going off, man. He was asking about what games he's into, and the dude just roast this guy that sent him money. It was so fucking funny. Right here it is. This is it. All right.
Mr. Baggetter sent $50. You fuck with space fascism? Halo, Helldivers, Warhammer 40K.
Oh my
Star Wars.
gosh.
If you like Call of War and real-time strategy, you should try Warhammer 40K. You'd definitely be in the Black Templars.
Okay, you're just like a disgusting nerd. I hope you know that. I'm like, go back to Reddit and then commit suicide. Okay, Reddit is down the hall to the left. Please kill yourself when you get there.
Wang VXE sent $20. Does pineapple...
You would love Warhammer. You'd definitely be Black Templar. Okay, don't you have like a Magic the Gathering game to get to? Reddit is over there. Thank you very much. That's just, I'm sorry. We cannot permit, I can't even indulge that a little bit, because if I do, then we're going to get all these smelling, disgusting weirdos. You like Helldivers and Warhammer and Halo? I dress up as Master Chief for Halloween.
Wang VX.
It's a guilty pleasure. Treat it with like, it's okay to have guilty pleasures. You just can't talk about them, and you have to have a sense of shame. Okay.
Wang VXE sent
Just
$20.
never talk about it.
Wang VXE sent.
So Ryan, dude.
That is. You
Holy
don't let it
shit.
go. That's the thing. Like normal people be like, nah, I don't think so. And they move on. Right. Like, he's got to take like the thing is, and for those that watch daily here, you guys know, people are always like congratulating me because I don't tell Ryan what I'm going to show.
No,
because
you
I
do
know
it
it's gonna make him,
dude.
I know it's gonna make him mad.
Yes,
he goes off like on any things that I start showing. He just goes off, and the chat's like, "Thanks, Jay. I needed that. It's so great."
It's so funny, dude. Like right here. This is one of the best ones. Okay,
the plus size park hopper one was. I mean, 2 didn't make it, but 1 did.
Seats in the middle of each ride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no.
This is good information. Come on.
Or modified for larger guests. Also in Dark Universe, there's Curse of the Werewolf. This has a lap bar that needs to get to a certain position to lock. Now heading over to Isle of Burke, we have Hiccup Swing Gliders. There are modified seats available in the back.
Oh, stop. Can you back?
Look at, I already know what's coming. Look at my
Can you go back just a little bit? Were they in a scooter? One of these fat cows. When they get to Isle of Burke, they turn the camera.
This has a lap bar that needs to get to a certain position to lock. Now heading over to Isle of Burke, we have Hiccup Swing Gliders.
Yes, of course. Oh, this
There are
is
modified seats available in the back row.
Make one ride.
Half of the train. We do think that Katie would have fit in the modified
Yeah,
seats,
right.
but
It's
we
got a
didn't know about
headache.
them until afterward. Next, we tried the test seat for Dragon Racers.
You should know, like, you're not gonna fit in the freaking ride.
Rally. The safety mechanism is a chest restraint. None of us were able to get the green light for this one. Heading to Super Nintendo World, we started with Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. This has molded seats and a lap bar that does need to get to a certain position to lock. Next up, we tried Yoshi's Adventure. Despite this being a super slow ride, it still had a restrictive seat and safety mechanism. Closing out the land with Minecart Madness, Katie and I were able to get the green light for this ride, but Ashley did not. Over in the Wizarding World, there's Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. The seat consists of a chair with arms, and the safety mechanism is a seatbelt.
She still didn't make it.
Did she get to do
Ashley still
anything?
couldn't fit in the Ministry of Magic.
recommend
Right.
pulling the seatbelt all the way out and buckling before you sit down. Then you can feed the slack back in. The seatbelt is generous, but Ashley was unable to fit comfortably in the seat. Finally, in Celestial Park, Stardust Racers has an over-the-head lap bar. The team member did let us know that they would be adding modified seating, but we haven't heard if they've been installed yet, and we haven't been back to try them out. We hope that this pocket guide helps and that you enjoy.
She couldn't fit on a single ride in the entire park.
So let me think about this. My brain's kind of fucking fried, Jay, but let me think about this for a second, okay? They are creating content for other fat people to know if they can fit when they go to these things. Clearly,
Jay
there's
just
a demand
sipping
for
his
that.
coffee.
They got a pretty big following, no pun intended, over on Instagram and shit, right?
Instagram is pretty huge, yeah.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
So obviously there is a demand for that. But look, at some point in fucking time, at some point in time, Jay, to save our fucking civilization, don't we need to have a little bit more fucking shame? Right? The idea that they're so fucking bubbly and happy about this. I wear a 5X top and I can't fit in any of these rides and I roll around in a scooter, but here we are. We still had an okay time here, but here's the guidelines. Bro, somebody wipe the smile off your face, you fat bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's a fake smile. Nobody that is going to these things, that is trying in all these fucking seats and can't fit. No one is fucking happy with their life. I can guarantee that. A lot of us put on smiles when we don't fucking mean it. A lot of us put on fucking faces when we don't mean it. You never mean it. You never, ever fucking mean it. These fucking people are disgusting in like every way. And I am all about people bettering themselves. I am all about people who, see, and we've all been there, right, Jay? You've put on some weight. I've put on weight, and you always want things you want to improve with yourself. And I am all for that, right? That's not what this is. This is people who are proud, who are fat, loud, and proud that they can't fit in any of these fucking seats. It is degeneracy. It is disgusting. It is despicable. And I fucking hate it.
Woo! If you guys want to go watch that,
There's so
and many
much
others,
Yeah.
dude, like Geeks and Gamers Clips is essentially just a channel full of like Jay setting things up to make Ryan mad. Oh,
Right.
there's that one. That was rough. But yeah, it's all it is, man. It just makes like all Jay is doing is making Ryan mad over here. It's fantastic. So yeah. And he does it like Jay does not tell Ryan what he's doing. Jay just finds things and he goes, I'm going to bring this up on daily at some random point.
I know.
And I'm just going to, and you'll see Jay, as soon as Jay lights the match and throws it, he just sits back and goes,
I know.
Watches the entertainment.
It's so great.
It's so freaking great.
And I can see Ryan's face when I'm like, hey, Ryan, have you seen this? And he's like, I can see his face. Like, hey, Dougie B.
Dougie B. Hail to you, brother. Thank you, Doug. Shout out to you, man. Between you and Ryan, man, I'm invested in the Bears. I'm pulling for them, man. It's a little weird because I don't really like Happy Ryan. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I don't like Happy Ryan is like Happy CM Punk. You remember when CM Punk was pissed off, wanted to change the business, change the industry. He had standards. And then he came back to WWE. He's like, "Hey guys, just happy to be here, and I love this company. I love like whoa, we don't need Happy Ryan, okay? We don't need that at all.
Bad for business.
No, it's very bad for business. So, Doug B says, "Got my 9-line saber flag."
Oh yeah,
shirt
shout out,
today."
man.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. Brian Stewart says, "Actually, just give me Ryan's number. I'll randomly send him pics of my correct drive-through orders. Brighten his day just a little bit."
Bro, yeah. So yesterday on Daily, for whatever reason, Ryan just kept getting spam calls to the point where he slammed his phone. Like he goes, "I hate these friggin' spam calls." He said, started screaming, voice got all high, and I'm like, "All right, man, like, you doing okay?" He just went crazy. Started screaming, like pounding the phone for like, and then he was fine. I was like, "Holy crap, dude!"
And just so you guys know, like I talk to Ryan all the time on the phone, all the time. I call him multiple times a day. He calls me. That's how he is at every point in the day. Like it doesn't matter. Like
oh yeah,
it's just like randomly he'll start yelling, and then he's fine. He just needs to get it out of his
That's
system.
why I said when you showed that Bale clip of him yelling, I'm like, that's how he talks to me after every show.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Mars Bar says, "I don't know if y'all comprehend how big a fast food debate drives people. You two and Ryan did a tier list once that was great. Make it monthly, quarterly thing. Oh yeah, Jeremy doesn't go to Culver's anymore. I actually don't go to Culver's anymore. Although I have been in place of it, not like all the time, because like for some reason it was Culver's. Like I had to eat that shit every day. You know what I mean? Like I can't with Culver's. Like if I eat it, I'm gonna eat it every day, all day. I just can't stop. So I just cut it out completely. But I really enjoy Shake Shack occasionally. You like Shake Shack? Shake Shack's really fucking good. Shake Shack's really good, and I don't get like hooked on it. So
my biggest contribution to that tier list when we did that back in the day was I was able to convince everyone to give McDonald's S tier.
that was a dub, dude, and I stand by it. Now again, I know that McDonald's is got its problems, and you know more often than not, you go to a McDonald's, you get bad service. But when McDonald's is on point,
Can't touch it.
It is. They have the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
Dude. Yeah.
That's goated right there. Okay. US Jade says Jay reacting to Jay is Pete. Hell yeah. Lying Dog Face says Fuentes sounded like Jack Nicholson cafe chicken speech in the film 5 Easy Pieces. Redline says it's been a rough year. I was in the hospital for 5 months, and during that time I lost my wife of 25 years. Your show has helped me. Hail the 199. Dude, I am
Good
so
Lord,
sorry to hear
brother.
that. I'm glad that the show helps. I'm humbled when I hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I am so sorry to hear that. So I'm glad that not only my show and Jay and the chat, because I'm sure like all of it, it's not just me, obviously. So like the chat helps, the memes, the jokes, and just everything. I think the whole entire Geeks and Gamers community, the world of online stuff, I think we are driven by the chat more than any online community. Like our
100%.
So many of our shows.
Yeah.
Without the chat, without the involvement in the chat, I feel like our shows would be not even remotely as entertaining as they are. I think we would be a much like a lot of other channels and companies or brands, but with our chat and the involvement, it fundamentally changes everything. So, but yeah, Redline, I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Prayers up for you. Chat's got your back, so we appreciate it. Let's see. Blue Otter says, hell yes for religion back in our military over.
Yeah.
Hayden Rage says, Lolbertarians also are responsible for the cop hate. Steven Strange says, for Jay's chubby tax.
Hey.
Jeremy, how would you react if your boss's boss told you that you will lose your job or be prosecuted if you talked about certain things? I mean, I need more specifics on that. I mean, what's the, I was told that when I worked retail. My boss basically is like, hey, if you tell a customer to go fuck themselves, you're going to get fired. So like, what is the context of it? So you know what I mean? But with that, Jay, we're at the end of the stream. What do you got going on, Jay?
I can't wait for tomorrow because I get to watch Avatar.
Same, brother.
And all the trailers and the prologues
Odyssey
and
prologue. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I am unapologetically excited for the Odyssey. And I know the history bros are going to rip this movie apart. I'm already waiting for it. I'm prepared, but I'm excited. And to a lesser extent, I'm excited to see Avatar, although I'm not the Avatar fan you are. But I'm excited to see it because I did like the second one. So looking forward to it, man. So it's going to be fun.
I hope it's good.
It's all
I can hope.
You guys go check out Welcome to Rebellion every morning over on Jay's Welcome
8
to
a.m.
Rebellion. So does a good job over there. And thanks to the chat for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. So Jay, obviously, welcome back anytime.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to let you finish out with your chat. Thank you for letting me hop on.
Yeah,
God bless
man.
you guys. I'll see y'all in the morning.
All right, Jay. Take it easy, brother.
Yep.
Bye. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for us. A 3-hour Cobra Cast in the books. I don't know if they're still streaming over on Play right now. I have no idea. If they're probably getting ready to wrap it up if they're still live. Yeah, they're ending over there now. So yeah. So that's it. A good night of streaming. So thanks for all of your support here and on Geeks and Gamers, on the website, all the things we have going on. You guys have a good evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. Damn it, Zwanny. Zwanny dropped a 50 before I could hit end. Boom. G&G with all the gang in their channels. The freaking amazing chat. Better than therapy. Many not cheaper, though. May not be cheaper, though. Thank you. See there? I'll pop back in there. You didn't get me. You didn't get me. I appreciate you, Zwanny. Thank you so much for all the support. And thank you to the chat. Have a good evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.